CatholiCentralCougars.com.
Good evening, Michigan high school football fans, and welcome to Michigan Sports Radio. We are coming to you live from the press box at Memorial Field on the campus of East Grand Rapids High School, where we proudly present tonight's Season 9 non-conference matchup between the visiting Cougars of Catholic Central and the home team, the Sailors of South Christian. This game is being broadcast live on the internet around the world, and you can see a replay of tonight's game afterwards in the on-demand section at MichiganSportsRadio.com. This game is presented, the postgame is presented to you by Sobe Company for our postgame, as we welcome everybody on the broadcast as we welcome the visitors, the Catholic Central Cougars, as well as the South Christian Sailors, the home team. My name is Eric Wells. I will be your play-by-play broadcaster for tonight's game. Alongside of me is my colleague, Bryce Sack. Good evening, Bryce.
Good evening, Eric. It is fantastic to be here tonight. This weather all season has been perfect, and this night is no different.
Yeah, it sure is. And what a view, right? I mean, you look out over Reed's Lake, and it's just a stunning view. We got a little bit of camera on there right now. Speaking of camera, our broadcast crew tonight, in between us is Tim Chenoweth, who will be providing spot-on stats for the entire game. Behind me operating the camera is going to be cameraman Phil Lockey. So we've got everybody here in our production booth. And, Bryce, I think we're going to have a heck of a football game tonight.
No doubt about it. I mean, there's no better way to wrap this season than these two teams playing together. And I'll just say this, Eric. Honored to be with you in the booth here. As the legend of the game, folks. He's been doing this for 8 years now, and someone I can learn from. And so kind of a fun bipartisan broadcast tonight between the two teams.
Yes, we'll give full disclosure. I'm a Cougar play-by-play broadcaster. Bryce is a South Christian play-by-play broadcaster. So there'll be some hitting on the field. I don't anticipate any hitting up in the booth up here, Bryce, and that's because we got Tim right in between us.
That's right. That's right.
So
that's right. The ultimate peacemaker. Right
he'll be the peacemaker. So no, we're not anticipating that. I'm excited to call a game with you, Bryce, and it's going to be two exciting teams going after each other. And we're looking forward to it. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have scouting reports on both teams, and Bryce will have a pregame interview with Coach Blackwire, and we'll be looking for him. So you're listening. This is South Christian and a dual purpose, South Christian Catholic Central, going after it tonight. And we're also on the South Christian Sailor Zone, too. So we want to welcome the people that are on the South Christian Sailor Zone as well as to this broadcast. So I want to make sure I get that in as well. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Overpaying for auto and home insurance? Well, think no more. Call in the next 10 minutes and Jeff with the Browers Insurance Agency will cut your premium in half.
Although Jeff Miner won't cut your premium in half, he will look at reducing your payment, often saving clients up to 20% on their home and auto premiums while giving them excellent coverage and communication. Browers Insurance is a locally owned and operated auto owners insurance agency. To get started on a quote, call or email Jeff Miner today at 616-891-0123 or email jeff@browersagency.com. It never hurts to get a quote. Browers, an independent auto owners agency.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products or find a retail location near you at BigOSmokehouse.com. Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do, using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle. They help you sail through your collision repairs.
Welcome back to Michigan Sports Radio here at Memorial Field, where we're pregame, which is brought to you by Sobey Company. Eric Wells, Bryce Sack here. We're going to get into our scouting report, but we're going to pivot right to the South Christian scouting report because Bryce has Coach Blackwire here for a pregame interview. So I'm going to turn my headset down, give it over to Coach, and then I'll turn it back up. And Bryce, you are on air live. Here is Coach, and we'll go from there.
Fantastic. Thank you, Eric. All right, Coach. I had an awesome opportunity to touch base with you every single game here, and it's been quite the season, one that's been off to a hot start, and then you faced an absolute buzzsaw of opponents. I mean, we're talking about 4 opponents that are in RE/MAX Power Poll, Michigan Sports Radio RE/MAX's Power Poll, top 10 teams, 2 of which are the number 2 and the number 4 team in Unity and Zeeland West. And so now we find ourselves at the last game of the season going up against an old rival. How can you tell us about the locker room and what's going into this week's prep and how we're feeling about tonight?
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure to talk with you every week, Bryce. And, it was more fun the first 4 weeks. But, the one great thing about our team, our kids, is every single week you wouldn't know we lost the week before the last 4 weeks. They came out, they battled, kept working to get better. And so that's we knew we had challenging opponents, but we scheduled it for a purpose. Our big thing is we're not here to win during the regular season. We're looking in the playoffs. And when you schedule some of these teams, okay, you build character. And we're hoping that we can get a win tonight and kind of move forward and start playing some opponents and feel a little bit more confident because of the tough opponents we played this year.
And just to add on to what you're talking about there, every week, you saw that with these kids coming out ready to play and knowing the opponents that they're facing are some of them are state championship caliber opponents, just like you guys are. And so it's just been awesome to see that. So then talking about tonight, this is Catholic Central. This is an opponent you face. You're very familiar with. They switched up conferences, but you still get them on the schedule tonight. What are you looking for in the Cougars?
Well, first of all, they've always been one of the best coach teams. So I just said to some of the coaches I was talking to, just be ready for some awesome adjustments at halftime regardless. They're so well coached. And they've got the tradition, very similar to us. And so we're expecting a hard-fought battle tonight. I don't think we've ever played them and not had a hard-fought battle. So that's what we expect. They're very talented. Their defense is always one of the toughest teams to scheme against. They play really good defense.
No doubt. Well, everything is in front of you tonight. Everything's in front of South Christian. Playoffs are right there, and like you said, prepping for the playoffs, ready to make that run, and I know this team's ready to do it. So, Fired up. Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thanks, Bryce.
That was the great Zach Blackwire, offense coordinator for the South Christian Sailors, joining us.
Yeah, great insight on their thought process, on the coaching thought process, because a lot of times we don't get to talk to coaches and see what they have to say. And he had some great insight about the scheduling of teams and the tradition between playing these two schools and everything. So
I tell you what, doing these interviews with him every week, and those of you who listen regularly know that he's not afraid to share things, and he's willing to give a lot of insight, and that's something we really appreciate for the listeners, and then, of course, for ourselves as we're following this team pretty closely. So big shout-out to Coach Zach Blackwire.
Yeah, great job, Coach Zach. So we're going to step aside for a couple South Christian commercial breaks, and we come back, we'll continue our pregame coverage, which is brought to you by Sobey Company here at the shores of Reeds Lake. He's Zach. He's Bryce Sack, Tim Chenoweth, Eric Wells. I got to get used to my new broadcast people, and Phil Clockey behind us. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
You need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
Welcome back to Michigan Sports Radio here at Memorial Field. Eric Wells with Bryce Sack as we're still in our pregame coverage, getting close to kickoff. Real quick about both teams. First, the visiting Catholic Central Cougars coming in at 5-3. They were 3-2 in the OK Black. That was good enough for third place, averaging 25 points on offense and giving up 15 points on defense. For the South Christian Sailors, they come out of the OK Gold Conference. Head coach Danny Brown. Currently, the Sailors are 4-4 overall. They are 1-4 in the OK Gold. And Bryce, as you can contest because you call those games, Sailors came out in 4 games right out of the gate, won the first 4 games. Unfortunately, have stumbled in the last 4 games. But, you know, I don't want to call it stumble, but you played 4 really tough teams on those losses.
No doubt about it. I mean, as I mentioned in the interview with Zach, 4 of the top 10 teams were on our schedule this year, and then the Unity and Zeeland West being the big ones that couldn't get through them.
Yeah, you got Unity Christian, Zeeland West, Forest Hills Central, and Zeeland East. I mean, all playoff-bound teams.
Good evening and welcome to Memorial Field.
Sailors are averaging 29 points on offense and 30 points on defense. So that's our pregame pregame coverage. This once again is brought to you by Sobey Company. We're going to step aside for our next commercial break, and we come back, we'll be ready for kickoff here at Memorial Field. It is South Christian versus Catholic Central. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
We're excited.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to Memorial Field on the shores of Reeds Lake. East Grand Rapids High School South Christian Sailors will be hosting the Catholic Central Cougars. The toss of the coin, the Sailors won the toss. They will defer, so the Cougars will have the ball first on offense as we're getting close to kickoff. Our Family Fare special tailgate of the week is all-natural chicken breast for only $2.69 a pound. Check out all their specials at shopfamilyfare.com. Zach, final thoughts before we get ready for this kickoff?
Must win for South Christian tonight. I know we'll talk about this later in the broadcast, but as we get into Week 9, the playoff positioning conversations are upon us, and there are some teams who are firmly planted in that playoff field, and there are others that are trying to make it a little more concrete, and South Christian can do just that tonight. So excited to watch these Cougars. I know, as we've mentioned already in this broadcast, it's a really, really good team, a really good program. Should be a great one.
Yes, should be excited. We kick it off for the Sailors. It's going to be Wyatt Saul. Deep for the Cougars is going to be Cam Maley and Kamal Hilliard. As we're getting ready, we got 12 minutes on the clock, 22 players on the field, 5 officials with whistles, and we're ready to get this matchup on the way. And it's a high short kick, going to be handled by Cam Maley at about the 15-yard line. He drops it, picks it up around the left-hand side, still on his feet. He gets dropped down right at the 25. Good tackle on the play for the Sailors. That's by number 34, Isaac Osterhaven. So the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Eric, one thing to watch here is just as we come out, I'm seeing Carson Viss, number 5, the quarterback for South Christian, lined up on defense here. We've seen him a few times this season come in during injury moments, playing that corner position. It looks like now, tonight, he's lined up as a starter.
Some late substitutions coming on the field for the Sailors. Odin Spencer, the freshman quarterback, in the shotgun. Kamal Hilliard behind him. And now we're going to have it's like an offsides on the Sailors, so it'll be a free 5 yards.
I'm trying to do my math here too, Eric. It looks like Sailors have 12 guys on the field as well.
Well, I'm counting them right now too, Bryce. Yeah, here comes one coming off.
So that would have been a penalty either way.
Right. So now the ball, it was originally spotted at the 26. It's now spotted at the 31. 1st and 5 for the Cougars. First play of the game. Again, Spencer in the shotgun. Kamala Hilliard behind him. Jamie Williams flanked to the left. Owen Tiedemann, Ace Natty to the right. He's going to hand it off to Kamal. Kamal dancing a little bit, gets around the outside. There's a penalty on the flag that usually is in the line of holding. Kamal gets positive yardage, but we'll see what the penalty is going to be, and that is what that's going to be, a holding. So we'll drop back 10 yards, and instead of 1st and 10, then it went 1st and 5. Now it's going to be probably 1st and 15.
On that last play, the Cougars guard, left guard, came up to make the block, and in there to stuff that hole was Rowan DeCam. That's another guy who was out last week. Valuable linebacker, been just the heartbeat of this South Christian defense. It's good for the Sailors to have him back. He's causing chaos already.
So it's 1st and 15 for Catholic Central. They're at their own 21-yard line. Spencer kind of going over to the side, half to the sideline to get a play from Coach Colster. Takes a snap, fakes it himself. He's going around the left-hand side. Nice tackle on the far side by South Christian Sailors, number 11, Rowan DeCam. DeCam, Bryce, that's just what you talked about, how he was out last week and he's back wreaking havoc already.
Yeah, he's been one of the heartbeats for the Sailors this season, just on the sideline. Doesn't really play offense at all, but he is the heartbeat and the soul of this defense. Good to have him back at linebacker.
We'll give Spencer 4 yards on the play. It's now 2nd and 11. Empty backfield for Odin. Trips off to the right. 2 off to the left. Spencer drops back, looking, gets it over here to Tiedemann on a little bubble screen. He gets upfield, gets positive yardage. Not to the line of gain, but be 3rd and short, and DeCam there in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd and 4 now for Catholic Central.
That was fantastic patience by Owen Tiedemann, the junior, to let that screen develop. Waited for the ball to get to him and let his blockers come up and make the seal blocks, and was able to gain a couple yards.
3rd and 4. Kamala Hilliard to Odin's left. Odin's going to take it himself, trying to go around the left-hand side. Met's hard, and he is not going to get to the line of gain. Good tackle on the far side. That was number 3, Caleb Winicky. So it'll be 4th and 2. Now, Bryce, what you're going to see is you're going to see Catholic Central line up like they're going to go for it. And if they punt it, it's going to be punted out of the quarterback position.
No one back for Sailors.
No one back for Sailors. And Odin faked it. He was going to go for it, and he did not get it as they got stuffed. And it looks like number 58 in on the tackle, Nathan Potter, for the Sailors. Big, I won't call it a turnover, but change of downs here early on as South Christian will come up with great field position at the Cougars' 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was Potter, and that was Tyler Brinks, too, on that play, snuffing out the fake punt. Good stop for the Sailors. They're going to have great field position.
Carson Viss in the shotgun, the quarterback. It seems like he's been the quarterback for South Christian for 5 years now. He's got Isaac Osterhaven to his left. Carson Viss is so fun to watch, and he's going to throw it, gets it over here. It's a double pass and wide open, and a little trickery, and that is going to be in for a South Christian touchdown as the ball went over to Owen Burgess on a backward pass, and then over to Chuck DeHaan for a touchdown, a 34-yard touchdown pass. South Christian pulling out all the stops, Bryce, early on.
And I'll tell you what, we haven't seen that. I did not know or did not think Owen Burgess could sling the football like that. And I was going to ask Blackwire in the pregame show, I was going to say, are you going to pull out any stops? Do you guys have something up your sleeve, as this is really a make-or-break playoff game? And I guess that's answered right away in that first play for the touchdown.
Well, and, give credit to Danny Brown as, mastermind that he is, realizing that, hey, got a short field, got an opportunity to put the first dagger out there, and that what they did.
Yeah, perfect play design, and Chuck DeHaan finds his way open for that touchdown.
Wyatt Saul in on the point after, so with 9:06 to go in the first quarter, the South Christian Sailors, they strike first. They're up 7-0. So great start for the Sailors as they get on the board, as Catholic Central not able to convert a fourth down. New for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Trine. Tune in, game starting at 1 p.m. at MichiganSportsRadio.com. Bob Sack and the crew will be on the call for tomorrow afternoon's game. Saul will be kicking off. Maley and Hilliard will be deep. And it's this time it's a kick that Cam Maley catches at the 10, going up the field to the 20 of the 25. And then he gets stopped down at a 27-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Cougars come out this drive. I thought they had some success running the ball, getting creative in the passing game. Obviously, the penalty set them back. So I'm really interested to see what this offense and Todd Colster come out with.
Tim Gilhead was in on the tackle for the Sailors. So it's Cougars 1st and 10. They're at their own 27-yard line. Down 7-0. Odin Spencer fakes to Kamal, looking. Now he's going to get dropped in the backfield. And there's a sack brought down by number 18, Tyler Brinks, doing on the offense and defensive side. Loss of 6 on the play brings up 2nd and 16.
I believe Ralph Goosen, the tight end, was lined up to the left side of that formation. He snuck out on a wheel route, and he was open, but that pressure got to that quarterback too soon. Couldn't see him make the completion. But he had him open for the end zone, open for a touchdown.
There are times where Odin Spencer has looked really good, and there are times where Odin Spencer has looked like a freshman. And here he is rolling right, looking. He's going to pass it, gets it complete to Ace Natty. Natty's up to about the 36-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd and short. Brought down by Wenicky for the Sailors.
Nice pitch and catch there. Creating an opening, coming back to help his quarterback out, making the catch. He's going up one-on-one against the freshman corner, Brody Schultz, who hasn't played a lot the last couple weeks, but now he's in meaningful minutes.
Key 3rd and 1 now for Catholic Central. Odin Spencer in the shotgun. Kamal Hilliard behind him. He's going to hand it off to Kamal. Kamal trying to go to the left-hand side. He gets positive yardage. He's got the first down, past the 40, past the 45, still on his feet. Kamal Hilliard still going to go. Carson Viss is going to run him out of bounds. And what a great run by Kamal Hilliard. He was stopped, knocked down. Looks like it's a 39-yard run, according to our awesome stats man, Tim Chenoweth. Carson Viss runs him out of bounds. 1st and 10, Catholic Central. They're going to be at the Sailor 25-yard line.
And you're right. That was a beautiful run by Hilliard. Rowan DeCam, I thought, had him behind the line of scrimmage. Broke that tackle, made a quick little shimmy, broke another one, capped it off for a huge gain.
Spencer in the shotgun, Kamal to his right. Ace Natty, Owen Tiedema to the left, Jamie Williams to the right. Rafe Goosen, tight end position. Now Kamal's going to shift, and he's going to go as a wideout as well. Empty backfield for Spencer. Odin looks, got time, still got time, a lot of time. Now he's got a lot of room to run if he decides to. He does, but that closes quickly. Great pursuit by the Sailors as Tyler Brinks brings him down along with Rowan DeCam. Boy, it looked like Bryce, looks like Spencer was going to get some positive yardage on that run, but the speed of the Sailors just brought him down with no gain.
Yeah, Rowan DeCam must have heard me saying something last week, saying, "Where are you, kid?" And he's been playing well today. But they were looking for that double move on the outside, and the Sailors right now are showing that they're not going to let anything behind them. Looks like Cougars were looking that way the whole time.
Spencer in the shotgun. He's rolling left. He's kind of looking, and now he's going to go long, and it is caught, I believe, on the far side, and the official's going to give him a great catch by Owen Tiedema, getting the 2 feet in, and it's going to be first and goal Catholic Central at the 6-yard line.
We need to take a second and pause. That was an incredible catch because it looked like, I think that was Winicky or maybe even Bryce Cannon at that safety position was trying to undercut that ball, but that ball was so perfectly placed or only his man could catch it, and sure enough, he brings it down. That's SportsCenter top 10 stuff.
Or it could be, if we had a Car Center catch of the game, that'd be a good candidate. Here's a pass going into the end zone into Rafe Goosen, and that is for a touchdown. Owen Spencer finds Rafe Goosen in the corner of the end zone for a Catholic Central touchdown. The Cougars match what the Sailors just did.
What a nice answer by the Catholic Central Cougars and Spencer Oden. Just an excellent drive marching down the field. Of course, Hilliard really set this drive in motion, running the ball and putting them in scoring position. But a couple really nice throws and setting up his receivers led to the Cougars tying this thing up early.
Well, I think we're in for a shootout, Bryce.
I think so.
I don't think this is going to be a defensive struggle. Connor Nielsen in for the extra point. It's a line drive. It is up and it is good. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. It is tied up 7-7. Bryce, your thoughts about this quick start for both teams?
I think this is everything we thought it would be, and I think you nailed it. I think this is going to be one of those that a lot of scores, and it's which defense can get the most stops. Sailors were advantageous to get that first one, but really, really nice answer there, especially that long run by Hilliard. It's a really nice shimmy and shake.
He eluded a couple tacklers, and we really haven't seen the true offense of South Christian because they only ran one play.
Yeah, that's also a good point too. Coming out with that play, that little bit of creativity, a little bit of voodoo magic. So that'll be fun to see what Carson Viss and you know what, honestly, what else Blackwire and co come up with.
Connor Nielsen will kick it off for the Cougars. Back deep for the Sailors is going to be Owen Burgess and Bryce Kenyon.
Nielsen to kick.
Eric Burgess has been a playmaker in the special teams all season long. Last couple weeks, haven't really been able to get a ton of stops, so he can't return many punts. Watching him today and seeing if they kick it off to him.
Nielsen's got a pretty good leg. I look at the wind direction. It's going to be kind of a helping wind. If I was out golfing, I might go one more club up. Never know.
And with this weather, you could still play tomorrow.
It's a short kick. And it's going to bounce and knocked out of bounds. Oh, there's a flag, so it's went out of bounds without getting knocked out of bounds. So I believe it'll come up to the 35-yard line for South Christian.
Do we have access to Mike Piera? Can he tell us if you knock it out of bounds, is that still a penalty, or what's the official rule in there? I guess it's a penalty.
My understanding that if you knock it out of bounds, it's not a penalty. But if the ball goes out of bounds, then it would be a penalty. And I think Coach Colster is talking across the sideline to that, wanting to get confirmation that the ball did go out of bounds before a player touched it. Anyways, it's going to play on. The ball's going to be at the 35-yard line for South Christian. They got trips to the left, doubles to the right. Carson Viss clapping his hands, going back, throwing, looks over there, gets a quick hitter, across the way, complete. And that's going to be to number 7 over there. That is Bruce Kenyon.
One thing we observed watching this offense for 8 games now, this being the 9th, early on in the season, South took a lot of deep shots, and they found themselves playing Forest Hill Central, and they took that away. In the last couple weeks, we've really seen them take what the defense gives them, a lot of those hitch routes, a lot of those in-route short patterns to try to get this going and get his wide receivers the ball.
Angelo Laurie on the tackle. 2nd and 3 now for the Sailors. Carson Viss, shotgun. He will hand it off to the right, and gets 2 yards on a play. That was by number 22, Van Solkema. So it'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Sailors.
Van Solkema, another one of those youngsters getting some minutes here, as it looks like Osterhaven's coming back in the game. 34, Isaac Osterhaven's been the starter all season long, and then it wasn't until last week where Van Solkema took some of those carries. So good 1-2 punch at tailback.
Well, you talk about Van Solkema being young. So is Osterhaven. He's only a sophomore, so he's got some youth on his side. 3rd and 1 now for South Christian. Carson Viss in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to get just enough for the first down as he danced his way forward, and he'll pick up the first down, brought down on the play by number 79 for Catholic Central. That's Andrew Kylene. Be 1st and 10 Sailors. They're going to be at their own 47-yard line. 5:02 to go in the first quarter.
So Catholic Central's got this corner, number 1, Jamison Williams, a senior. He's a tall guy, and he's going to go one-on-one here at the bottom of the screen. We saw this on the last play, too, with Tyler Brinks. This could be an interesting matchup to watch as this game goes on.
Those two will see each other on the basketball floor as well, as South Christian and Catholic Central do play each other this year. This looking, trying to find a little seam route, and had him open, but just could not get it to. That was to Burgess. Brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Sailors.
Yeah, it looks like they were attacking that zone. Burgess found an opening back there, and this couldn't quite squeeze it in.
What a beautiful night for football. We're not toasty warm up here, but we're not frigid cold either.
It really is perfect. I mean, all season long.
Yes.
Knock on wood, we haven't had a bad night yet.
2nd and 10 now for the Sailors. Osterhaven to Carson's left. Carson turns, spins. Now he's going to look. Now he's scrambling. Now he's going to go the other way. He's got room to run. He loses a tackler and then gets out of bounds. Running him out of bounds was number 11 for the Cougars. That was Joe Meyer. But, boy, there's that again, it just shows Carson's athleticism. Shut down to the left, turned around to the right, and picked up positive yardage, Bryce.
I thought it was really nice discipline by, I think that was Williams, sitting on the outside playing corner, just kind of keep him contained, watching this. The other thing I want to note, too, is this Catholic Central defense is showing a lot of different fronts. I've seen 3 down line. I've seen 4 down line. I've seen ends backing up. They're making it, Colster and his crew are making it really difficult for this Sailor offense.
3rd and 3. Carson Viss in the shotgun. Van Solkema to his left. Fakes it to Van Solkema. Now he's going to run. He's going to try to get around the corner to get the first down. Carson uses speed and athleticism to get out of bounds, and he'll pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. South Christian. They'll be at the Cougar 41-yard line.
And that's what makes defensive coordinators pull their hairs out playing Carson Viss, because Catholic Central covered that perfectly, looking for 2 slants on the outside, the left hand of our screen, left-hand side of the formation. And Viss didn't see it. It was well covered, and then he sure enough does his thing and scoots away for a first down.
He's going to have an empty backfield. Well, now we're going to change that up. Going to the slot's going to be Fian. Carson dropping back to pass, looking, throwing. He gets it complete. Looks like this is to Burgess, and Burgess is going to pick up a first down. And there's going to be a flag as there was a ill-advised push as Burgess was well out of bounds. And it'll be a personal foul against Catholic Central and bring up a penalty. We'll see if it's probably going to be half the distance of the goal.
That was Viss taking what the defense gives him again there, looking for Burgess, his playmaker. Him and Tyler Brinks are going to be the 2 go-to receivers tonight, and they're trying to get Burgess involved early. And
1st and 10. South Christian, they're going to be at the Cougars' 16-yard line. 4:14 to go in the first quarter. Knotted up 7-7. Oh, now they're going to move it a little forward.
Catholic Central back to that 4 down lineman front, 3 backers.
So it looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 13-yard line. Viss takes a snap. He drops it, and he's got to just jump on it, and there's going to lose light yards. That's the negative thing about a shotgun. I've seen all year long, Bryce, a lot of bad snaps, and just put yourself behind the chains.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell what play they were trying to develop there, as that one was dead at the start. But, yeah, those high snaps can be backbreakers to what's been a really solid drive.
Lost of 11 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 21 now for the Sailors. Van Sokema to Carson's right. Carson going through his clapping cadence. Looks, going to look. Now he's going to turn and run. He's got room. Converged upon and still getting positive yardage. He'll be 3rd and probably 7 now.
And that 2nd and long, really saw that mid-level of that defense taking maybe one too many steps back. And by doing that, it opened up those running lanes for Carson Viss to pick up what was lost on that penalty.
Yeah, lost and then some. It'll be
right.
3rd and, they're calling it 8. Could be 4-down territory, depending on how the Sailors come out with this 3rd down play. Osterhaven is to Carson's right. Carson's going to drop back and pass. Now he's going to turn, and he's going to get dropped. Dakarian Rainey got credit for the tackle. It looked more like maybe Carson tripped against his own feet.
Yeah, it looked like as that pocket was collapsing, he tried to make a move and then couldn't quite gather himself. But again, Eric, I'm really enjoying watching these linebackers and seeing what they're doing. That's a 3rd and 8, and they're dropping back. No one's really coming up to blitz. No one's trying to flush out Viss.
You're going to have number 14, the kicker, Wyatt Saul, is going to be in for attempting a 31-yard field goal right in the center of the field. Snap. Kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good as Saul splits the uprights to get it 1:48 to go in the first quarter. It is South Christian 10 and Catholic Central 7.
Yeah, nice kick there by Wyatt Saul. We haven't seen him much when it comes to field goals this season. He had a couple early on. It's been a few weeks of no field goal action from him. So nice power through the uprights.
Kickers they're momentum type players. If they can boot them through and everything like that, they get great confidence. They miss one, and all of a sudden, sometimes their confidence can be shattered. Right.
Right. I had that in too. A lot of these guys are soccer players, and it's a different game, of course, competition. So you do have that mental aspect, and Wyatt Saul has answered the bell all season long. So hopefully that confidence for him continues.
Saul will be kicking off. Deep is going to be Cam Maley and Kamal Hilliard. We're at 1:48 left to go in the first quarter. The Sailors up 10-7.
Saul kick for the Sailors. Hilliard and Maley for the Cougars.
It's a high kick. It's going to be handled by Maley. He's going to have it at about the 13, going around the left-hand side. Splits the defenders and gets positive yardage, still on his feet to the 40, to the run out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. Great return by Cam Maley. Ran out of bounds by number 22. That was Van Sokema.
Even on special teams, you go 11 versus 11, which means you got to break one tackle, and he did that. Great return.
Speed is a great thing when you're, returning the football. The ball will be placed just on the Catholic Central side of the 50, where they'll have it 1st and 10. See if the Cougars can answer. Odin Spencer takes a snap, gives it to Kamal. Kamal goes around the left-hand side, positive yardage to the 40, to the 30, and he gets brought down at the 25-yard line. Brought down on the play by number 7. That was Bruce Kenyon. Bryce, I've seen all year long when the Cougars have success running the ball, they have success running the ball the left-hand side. And we've seen that early on so far.
We have. And that play looked like it was designed more so up the middle and then middle of that left side. You're right, definitely the left side. And then Hilliard is able to just bounce it again and break a couple tackles and string off a long one.
Ball's at the Sailor 26-yard line. Kamal or Odin looking, throwing deep, intended. Looks like that for Ace Natty, and that falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. That was to Tiedema. Check that.
2 go routes along the left side, going up the numbers and the hashes, maybe more to the sideline as well. And nice play by Brody Schultz to come over and try to break that up. It's a dangerous pass to go high over the middle.
Yeah, I would agree. Unless you have somebody like Jamie Williams, who is 6'5" and can go up and grab the ball. You know, Owen Tiedema is not the tallest drink of water, but you know, you like for him more on a seam route. 2nd and 10 now for Catholic Central. Odin Spencer in the shotgun. Kamal Hilliard to his left. He's going to fake it to Kamal. He's going to throw it off to the right. Gets it complete to Natty. Ace on the far side. Picks up positive yardage. Brought down on the play by a pair of Sailors. That was Klump and Schultz.
Really nice ball there by Spencer, finding the opening in that zone, fitting it in nicely.
So gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 3 now for Catholic Central. 35 seconds and counting left. Unless it's an incomplete pass or out of bounds, this might be the last play of the quarter. Ode's going to hand it off to Kamal. Kamal looking to get it, but this time he's not. Well, he wasn't going to escape, but then he did. He's still on his feet. Kamal still driving forward. The pile is still going forward. And we'll see. It might be just short of the yard to gain, which will bring up 4th down as the clock will expire at the end of the first quarter. It'll be 4th and short. We're going to step aside. When we return, we'll have second quarter action here at Memorial Field. South Christian 10, Grand Rapids Catholic Central 7. We'll be right back.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
We're back here getting ready to start the second quarter. You're with Bryce Sack, Eric Wells, Tim Chenoweth, Phil Clockey. That is our production team. And key 4th and less than a yard coming up for Catholic Central as the Sailors lead after one quarter, 10-7.
We're talking in the break. What are we going to see from the Cougars in this 4th and 1?
I'm going to see Odin Spencer lining up under center, and he's going to sneak it. And that's exactly what he does. He goes around the right-hand side, and he gets the first down as he'll be at the 14-yard line.
I tell you what, I really like that formation. You see so often with the Eagles, you see it adapted by some other teams, that tush push. The two backs behind him, pushing you behind, and instead they line them up offset behind the right guard and the right tackle, and Spencer just takes a sidestep and bulldozes his way forward behind 6 blockers.
You know, it's funny you mention that, Bryce, because in previous lineups that way, they would have 2 running backs in the backfield pushing them, but they didn't have anybody there.
That's the first time I've seen that.
Spencer gives it to Kamal. Kamal looking for a slot, gets around the corner, and he's still battling, gets down to the 5-yard line, and brought down by number 7. That's Bryce Kenyon. on the play. Well, I just like how Kamal kind of dances and looks for that opening to where he needs to go, and very patient, finds it and goes.
You took the words right out of my mouth. His patience, letting those blocks develop, and then him doing his thing with his athleticism is impressive.
Cougars quickly lining up. Spencer's in the shotgun. Now he'll look over to the right, to the sideline to get the play. Kamal Hilliard will be in the backfield with him. Jamie Williams to the right. Ace Natty to the left. Dean Armock, and now we're going to have a timeout on the field by South Christian. So we'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
You order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
We're back out of the South Christian timeout. Second and we'll call it 2 now for the Cougars deep in the Sailor territory. Odin Spencer's going to give it to Kamal Hilliard. Kamal going up the middle, and it looks like he has made the yard to gain. We'll see what the officials say, and they have. So it'll be first and goal for the Cougars. It looks like it's going to be at about the 3-yard line.
Kamal Hilliard has been the go-to all night long, and I guess no surprise to see that there on second down. Oh, they're marking him third and short. You're right.
They did mark him short. That was ironic. The only reason why I said it was first down is because I saw the official on this side stop the clock.
I saw that too.
Kamal Hilliard was 76 yards already. Now here's Spencer underneath center. You know, it's going to be a sneak, and that's what he's doing. He's got third down. He'll pick up the first down. That time it's for sure, so it'll be first and goal. Probably at the 1-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised, Bryce, if we see the same exact play.
On the 1-yard line, I'm just looking, even before the game, I went down and I was watching these offensive linemen. And there's some big boys, especially at center and at guard.
There it is, and there is Odin Spencer. They haven't given him the touchdown yet, but
Spencer with the key.
We'll see where they mark him at. And now they're going to give him the touchdown.
The old delayed touchdown call.
The old delayed touchdown call. So the Cougars get on the board here in the second quarter by a 1-yard touchdown run from Odin Spencer. Connor Nielsen will be in on for the point after. You know, Bryce, this game might come down to whoever has the ball last.
No doubt about it. Sailors got the early stop, and then they get held to 3 points, and Catholic Central answers, and I think you're absolutely right. I'll tell you what, though, as that kick is up and in, Andrew Burgess and Danny Brown have their hands full right now. It's 9:40 to go in the second quarter, figuring out how to stop Hilliard because he has been dynamic. It's only been 1 quarter.
I believe Tim Chenoweth he says he has 76 yards. We're going to do some adjusting here.
You said 76 yards. That's 76 yards. They haven't necessarily come easy. It's not like they've been massive holes. It's been him breaking tackles, reading his blocks, and busting it out along that left side too, which is a really good point that you made early on. A lot of success over that left side.
Uccello's Restaurant has a restaurant near you. Go to where great food and sports come together. That's Uccello's Restaurants. Check them out at uccellos.com. Connor Nielsen. So we got 14-10, and just at the beginning of the second quarter, Bryce. So we're for, I don't know if I have a scoring sheet big enough to handle the whole game.
Well, you took the over, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely,
Yes.
based on these two teams.
Whatever that number is, you take it.
Absolutely.
With these guys.
Well, Connor Nielsen will kick off. Short kickoff handled by the upback and down at the 31-yard line. Looks like that was handled by number 10 for South Christian, Daniel Egler. You can see the respect that the Cougars, Bryce, are given to the return men for South Christians. They're not kicking it to them.
Yeah, I mean, you've watched a lot of football, and especially this year, feels like in today's game, both coaches see something there, and they're all kicking it short.
Yeah.
Or like you said, they're trying to stay away from something.
Carson Viss in the shotgun. Isaac Osterhaven to his right. Carson dropping back to pass. Look, slings it over to the far side for positive yardage. That was complete to Chuck DeHaan. Give him 8 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 2.
Just taking what the defense gives them. Those of you maybe who are newer listening to this, Chuck DeHaan, senior, last year knocked out with I believe it's a leg injury, missed the whole season, and he's really come along strong and been that number 2 wide receiver threat as we neared the end of the season.
Great to see him back in action and on the field. Carson will hand it off to Von Sokoma. He's going to go around. He's going to get stopped by Angelo Loria. Still driving, but then the rest of the Cougars come and gathering him up, and no gain on the play. Good defensive pressure by Catholic Central. Brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Sailors.
Yeah, that time Cougars only had 2 linebackers back, Loria being one of them. Stepped up nicely in that hole and read that perfectly. Stopped Cash and Van Salkema for no gain.
The line to gain is the 41. Sailors are their side of the 40. 8:50 to go in the second quarter. Key play here for South Christian. Wouldn't be surprised if number 5 just keeps it and makes magic on his own, and that's what he's going to try to do, and that's what he does as he gets the first down, tackled by Dean Armock. That's just Carson Viss doing Carson Viss things.
It really is. I mean, that play right there, Catholic Central had 5 down linemen, 2 backers, and they brought everybody. Linebackers probably making the read on the run, but they brought everybody. And, yeah, like you said, Carson Viss can find those holes and slide his way through.
1st and 10, Sailors. They're at their own 42-yard line. Viss with an empty shotgun. Drops back, throws off, gets it complete for a short game. Angelo Loria brings down Bruce Kenyon. South Christian faithful wanted a late flag, but did not get it. But it was positive yardage, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
It was. And I hear all the moms shouting. I thought that was a good football play. Good no flag thrown there. Guys playing through the whistle.
You wonder in that situation, do the kids hear the whistle? Or, I mean, you play football. Do you hear the whistle? And do you keep? What do you do?
Is it gamesmanship? Is it just not hearing it? I'm sure they'll say they just didn't hear it, no matter what.
Carson Viss, great pass and great catch by number 2, Owen Burgess, for a first down for South Christian, down to the Cougar 43-yard line. Boy, that had some heat on it, and Owen Burgess just snagged it with his hands.
Trying to run that play action on that short yardage gain, and instead they pop it over the top, and Viss throws a dart. And that was a really nice catch by Burgess to bring that in. Again, finding those holes.
7:10 to go in the second quarter. Cougars 14, Sailors 10. 1st and 10, Sailors. They're at the Cougar 43-yard line. Viss fumbled, ball's on the floor, and see what looks like Burgess was able to gather it up. He was trying to get it on a jet sweep and just could not get the timing down. A loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 now for South Christian.
Yeah, it was quite the play design because they're lined up on the right hash, more towards the right hash, and they stack the short side of the field, send Burgess in motion, and it looked like there might have been a hole as there's no defenders over there. Unfortunately, just drops it on the carpet. Again, those plays, you go back to that high snap and that last drive, those are plays that set the Sailors back.
We'll see if this affects them here. Carson Viss in the shotgun. He'll drop back, looking to pass, looking. Now he's going to turn and run. He's going to try to find some yard. Now he's going to throw it, and it was intended and incomplete. Looks like it was intended by number 19. That was Fian. Well, you had him open, Bryce.
Had him open, yeah. It would have been a real tough catch, no doubt, for the sophomore to try to bring in. But that was Viss extending the play and trying to find somebody, and it was really nice coverage there by that Cougar defensive back.
So we'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for the Sailors. Line of gain looks like it's about the 38-yard line. Ulsterhaven goes in motion, and I got a little inside screen up the middle, and it is going to be short of the line to gain, but this could be 4-down territory, Bryce.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They were just looking to get something back to make this 4th and manageable, and it was a screen call. Again, that's a play I don't think we've seen this year for the South Christian offense. But I tell you what, Eric, this is the first time watching Catholic Central, and I love what this defensive staff is doing. I just saw 3-down linemen. I saw the cornerback, number 11, that's Joe Meyer, lined up as an end and then brought out to the cornerback position. So they're showing a lot of friends.
4th and 5 here. Key play for the Sailors. This in the shotgun. Van Solkema to his left. And it looks like they're trying to get him to jump, and it looks like Coach Brown may call a timeout. And he does. So Coach Brown calls a timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs.
Out of the Coach Brown timeout as they were trying to draw the Cougars offsides. Bryce, that did not happen. Now, we talked during the commercial break. You think they're still going to go for it?
I do. I mean, in the Cougar territory, 5 yards to go, and it looks like we're looking at a 5-wide set. This is when he says, hey, Carson, go find the first down.
You know, and that's a play you guys have in the book, right?
It's worked.
Give it to 5 and let him do his thing. Carson, empty backfield. Dropping back to pass, only rushing 3. Now he's converging, and he's trying to get it, and he'll be short of the line to gain. It almost like that was a design draw. Dakarion Rainey in on the tackle, and it'll be a turnover on downs as the Cougars will take over. 1st and 10. They're going to be at their own 36-yard line. 5 minutes to go exactly in the first half.
Man, Colster and staff have been watching tape, no doubt about it, because that defense was the perfect play call. I think you're right. The design run the whole way, and they didn't bite on any of it. They kept their contain, played sound defense, and stopped the Sailors short.
And the Cougars only rushed 3 on that.
Rushed 3.
They converged.
Yep, 3 linebackers just kind of floating there, just waiting.
Oden Spencer in the shotgun. Kamal Hilliard behind him. It's going to hand it off to Kamal, going around the right-hand side. Gets up the middle, gets some positive yardage. Still on his feet. Kamal almost to the midfield stripe. They'll mark him at the 49, but he'll pick up the first down. Looks like big number 7 was in on the tackle. That's in Bryce Kenyon.
Reef Goosen with an absolutely punishing block to create a wide open lane for Hilliard there. And he was up after the play jawing, as he should, because he put the Sailor, I think that was Tyler Brinks, who's one of South Christian's best defenders, on his butt.
First and 10, Cougars at their own 49. Spencer, he'll take it himself. He goes up the middle. Now he goes around the outside, just gets tripped up. Boy, I tell you what, that was a good play. I believe number 68 got his paws on Spencer's foot. DeHaan gets credited for the tackle as well, but that was number 68 and Benjamin Buter. Gets 4 in the play, 2nd and 6 now for Catholic Central.
More just great patience by these running backs, and I'll include the quarterback in that as well, as he waited for that play to develop and found the hole on the outside and bounces to the right. Really nice run.
Odin Spencer in shotgun. He'll give it to Kamal. Kamal going around the right-hand side, gets positive yards, gets the first down inside the 40. We'll get yardage for Kamal. Brought down in the play by a couple of Sailors, that in being Caleb Winicky as well as Hundeman. Kamal Hilliard's Bryce with 98 yards already.
He's came to play tonight, and South Christian doing a lot of rotation with these defenders, trying to keep these guys fresh because Hilliard has been going to work this evening.
First and 10, they're at Catholic Central's at the South Christian 39. Spencer fakes to Kamal, up looking pass, going deep, he's going down, he's got a man open, and he's caught. That is a touchdown by Ace Natty for Catholic Central. 39-yard touchdown pass, little seam route by Ace Natty, and they had 2 receivers there in the area, Bryce, and Natty was the furthest one.
I'm just thinking to myself before that snap, when's the last time Catholic Central threw the ball? And in many ways, you just felt like that play was developing. Run, and then boom. Play action pass. 2 open Cougars in the end zone.
Connor Nielsen in for the point after.
I don't.
The kick is no good. Blocked by DeHaan. So that will make it Catholic Central 20 and South Christian 10 with 3:18 to go. Sailors have 1 timeout left. Bryce, what do you need to see here out of South Christian here in this next 3:18? Now, you did mention Sailors will get the ball start of the second half, so that's a plus for South Christian.
It is. It really is. And 3:18 is plenty of time for this South Christian offense, as they've got the explosiveness to do so. But I just want to shout out, too, the Catholic Central offense. The first drive, I think they might have gone 3 and out, if not maybe 4 plays, and getting stopped, and then we're coming back with 3 back-to-back-to-back touchdown drives. So really impressive, and now South Christian's going to need to do much of the same. Got to get on the board here, get a touchdown. That way you can go coming out of half, get the ball back, and look to take the lead.
Stay with us at halftime. We will have a few commercial breaks from our South Christian supporters, advertisers of the South Christian and Sailor Zone football program, as well as our weekly message from MHSAA down in East Lansing. And then Bryce Sack will have a halftime interview with Athletic Director David Kuhl from South Christian. So it'll be an action-packed halftime.
Always a great interview with the great David Kuhl.
Best free throw shooter in any state championship game ever. Nielsen, a short little kick again, taken by the upback at the 25 and brought down at the 30. So a 5-yard gain. That was by number 10 was the upback. That was Egler. Brought down by number 23, Keith Jandanora. So the Sailors will have the ball first and 10. They're at their own 30-yard line, 3:16 to go.
Look at the Sailors and what they've done today and the success that they've had and where they've had it. A lot of those short passes where Catholic Central kind of gives them those 5, 6, 7 yards. Take what you can get there. South Christian has 1 timeout left, so that'll be the one interesting factor in the last 3 minutes.
Well, like you said, 3:18 is a lot of time, especially with a timeout. You know, you can run that hurry-up offense. Here's Carson dropping back to pass, slings it, found the far side. It is complete. Did not get out of bounds. That was complete for about 8 yards. That was to Chuck DeHaan. They'll give him 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 now.
Catholic Central playing what feels like a soft prevent D, only bringing 3. It always begs the question, what's the move? The defense has been solid the last couple drives. You just keep playing your base D, or do you drop into the prevent, give up some yards? So it'll be interesting to see what the Cougars do here.
Carson Viss, empty backfield. Twin receivers right and left. He's going to run it himself, going to go up the middle, pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at looks like they're going to mark it at the 45-yard line, brought down by Andrew Killeen. So it'll be 1st and 10 Sailors at their own 45-yard line.
That was great. Oh, sorry.
No,
Eric?
go right ahead.
I was going to say that was a great tackle by Andrew Killeen there, because if he doesn't make that tackle, that's probably another 20-yard gain there. So really nice open field tackle on the quarterback.
Clock is running. South Christian is not really playing with any up-tempo at all at this point in time. Carson Viss dropping back, looking, throwing over the middle, gets it complete, gets it out of bounds. That's to Bryce Kenyon. And Bryce Sack, like what you said, the Catholic Central is content to give them those little short down-and-out passes. But you do a few of those, and you're going to be to the end zone.
Yeah, you'll definitely be at least in field goal position. We already saw Wyatt Saul kick the field goal, and with that blocked extra point, that could be interesting as this game goes on, especially if South gets down and kicks a field goal here.
Ball went out of bounds, so the clock stops. 1:54 to go in the half. Carson in the shotgun. Van Solkema to his left. He's going to drop back, coming across this side. It was intended to number 19, Fian, and it goes incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 4 now for the Sailors.
That's a tough throw. That's from the close to the left hash, thrown out to the right sideline. And that was one, I think, where Danny Brown says, hey, you know what, that's all right if that's incomplete, because he would have been tackled inbounds.
Yeah, he probably might have had to use that timeout or have to hurry up, and he wasn't going to get – I don't think he was going to get the first down either.
No, I think he would have been just shy. I don't know if it would have crossed the 45.
So key 3rd down play here for the Sailors at the Cougar 49-yard line. The line of gain is the 45. Fakes the Burgess in motion. Now he's looking, getting some thing. Now he's going to flip it over to Burgess, and he gets it, but great tackle by Derek Weiss as he read that perfectly, and that'll bring up 4th and 3 now.
That was that same play we saw earlier where Burgess went in motion and he fumbled the snap, or fumbled the exchange. That time there, it looked like they were running a play action, looking for a slant, an improvisation. Had led that pass to Burgess, which got crushed on. And so the other interesting thing, too, is if Catholic Central, I wasn't sure if they'd take a timeout there. Maybe look to get the ball back.
Well, they're going to – Carson's back, punting formation. Now we'll see if that happens. Takes the snap. He's going to run. Now looks like he's going to throw it, and he throws it to the sideline. It's going to be incomplete as Braden Sweeney over there on the coverage. Even if we would have caught it, Bryce, I think he would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, it was great coverage by Sweeney. Burgess was trying to tiptoe the sideline, and man, this threw it in there tight. But you're right, that would have been a really tough catch.
58 seconds left in the first half. Make sure you stay with us at a halftime. We got a lot of exciting things coming on. The halftime is going to be presented by West Michigan Wellness Group. So we'll see what Coach Colster and the Cougars want to do here with just about a minute to go. They got all 3 of their timeouts. Going to hand it off to Kamal around the right-hand side. He's looking to create. Now he bounces further right. Good job by number 3 out there. That's Caleb Winicky. Fought off his blocker and just strung out Kamal to get him for no gain, or gain of about 2.
And you're right there, but to that point, even Kamal was able to get out of bounds, although the clock is still running, so I guess maybe he didn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, they didn't give him the out-of-bounds stoppage. Spencer quickly lining up, throwing, he gets it over, complete. It's intercepted. It went off the hands of Kamal Hilliard, and Carson Viss comes up with the interception with 28 seconds left.
Wow, what a play. The old tip drill.
Went right through Kamal Hilliard's hands.
Quarterback he's got his gloves on here. He takes them off now. He's going back on offense, but had those gloves on. And nice catch Now, Eric, this is interesting. So week 1, Grand Rapids Christian. South Christian had the Eagles, Grand Rapids Christian, going in to drive before halftime. 29 seconds left, so similar amount of time. They had a strip fumble, got the ball back, went down and scored. So probably shouldn't have said that to jinx it, but
we'll find out. The Sailors have one timeout left. Viss in the shotgun. He drops back, rolling a little right. Now he's looking nice, throwing right. Gets it complete to Burgess, and Burgess goes out of bounds. Tackled by Braden Sweeney. We'll give him 5 on the play. Call it 2nd and 5, and it's 23 seconds left.
Sweeney's played really well this first half. He's had the tall order of kind of matching up with Burgess. I think he's been following him much of the day, and he's played really solid. And that safety, that strong safety position.
Yeah, he's playing that safety. They call it a spin position. You know, they move him around everywhere. Here's Carson in the shotgun. Looking, throwing over to the sideline to Burgess. Just takes what they give him, and he goes out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 2. As Burgess goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 19 seconds left, right at midfield. 3rd and 2 now for the Sailors.
At some point, South Christian is going to have to take a deep shot here. You can't keep running those plays, those short routes. But I'm looking at even Catholic Central's defense now. You got a safety 20 yards back. At least he's coming up now here. And Catholic Central reluctant to give any deep passes up.
So let's see what Coach Danny Brown wants to do on this play. You got to kind of get focused on getting the first down. Carson in the shotgun, drops back, looking, same pass, coming over here, gets it complete, goes out of bounds, get the first down. Complete to Brinks. Tyler doing a good job getting outside. It's 16 seconds. Now you get that first down, so now do you take some shots?
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. You kind of open up the playbook. You cross the 50, get down to the 42, and playbook's a bit more open now with that first down.
You know, the thing is, too, Bryce, if you send some of the receivers deep, the defender's got to go deep, and that might free up Carson to do Carson-Viss activities out on the field. Carson's got the ball, looking, throwing again, gets it complete to Burgess. Burgess gets out of bounds, stops the clock, 11 seconds left, down to the 34-yard line.
That play took 5 seconds. The play before that took 3 seconds.
So you got probably 2 more or 3 more plays.
Right. I think so, yeah, with the timeout too.
You can go down the middle of the field because with that timeout, and if you pick up the first down, because it's 2nd and 2, the clock will stop. But I'm sure Coach Brown, if that happens, he might want to call that timeout. This shotgun, Van Sokema to his left. Carson dropping back, dropping, looking. Now he's going to run. He's got a lot of room and looking to get converged. He's still on his feet. Carson goes out of bounds with 3 seconds left. The ball's going to be at the 15-yard line. So that would be a 32-yard field goal if Coach Brown wants to run out Saul for a field goal attempt. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. Hey, great patience by the Sailors to just nickel and dime it, getting down the field, put themselves in field goal position to see if they can cut this to a 1-touchdown deficit as we go into halftime.
Great Eric Wells called that one, too. He said he's going to send him deep and it's going to open up a lane. And sure enough, seconds later, that's what the call was.
So Wyatt Saul on to attempt a 32-yard field goal. 3 seconds left, barring a penalty. This will be the last play of the half. Owen Burgess is going to be the holder, and I think Coach Kolster is going to call timeout.
You don't see icing the kicker much in high school.
No, you don't. I mean, I don't know what goes through a kicker's mind, after that timeout. You just want to, I guess, stay loose, try to keep your rhythm going. Once again, stay with us at halftime. We'll have a few of our South Christian commercial breaks. Then we'll head down to East Lansing for our weekly MHSAA message. And then we'll have Athletic Director David Kuhl on for a halftime interview, talking with Bryce Sack. Time allows, we'll try to sneak in some stats right before the opening kickoff of the second half, which the Sailors will get the ball the start of the second half.
As always, the great Tim Shenless has been hard at work.
Boy, he sure has. So is Phil Clockey behind us with the camera.
Yes, right.
He's the unsung hero back there. He's just quiet,
yes.
But the camera keeps on moving.
That's a cool little setup back here. You got the remote, and he's just kind of behind clicking the remote. Got a good operation over here.
As long as we don't have really, really, really fast people, the remote camera can't keep up with those speedsters. All right, here we go. 32-yard field goal attempt to end the half for South Christian. Wyatt Saul, now they snuck Carson Viss out to be the holder, and it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Owen Burgess is normally the holder, and he's out on the sidelines. He's not even in the game. So,
he was out for the first lineup of that, and then that's when Catholic Central called timeout, and then all of a sudden they try to sneak Carson out as a holder, and they sent a guy in motion. I think that's what Coach Colster said. Hey, wait a minute, let's call a little bit of a timeout here.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So it tells you, and I'm looking at the sideline now, we get the luxury of being right behind the Sailor huddle. Burgess is not even in the game, so it looks like Sailor's probably going to go for this one no matter what.
If you're going to go for it, you want to have all your weapons out on the field, right? And if you have Wyatt Saul, I don't know if Wyatt Saul's a receiver, but if you have Wyatt Saul in there and you're going to attempt to fake, you're decreasing your weapons by one.
Right.
And then I don't know if you have a field goal formation with a lot of but they're going to bring Carson Viss out, and
Wyatt Saul is in the game,
and he's lining up like he's going to kick it.
This is interesting to have Viss.
Now he's going to go in the shotgun formation. Carson's going to take it. Snappy's going to got one-on-one over to Brinks in the corner, and it very tipped out of the way. Nice play by number 7, Nick Schaub, as looked like Tyler Brinks was maybe going to come down with the ball, which you had a great guy to get in the end zone on a high point, and Nick Schaub comes down and makes a great tip to knock the ball out of the way, as that will end the halftime with a score, Catholic Central 20 and South Christian 10. We'll step aside for a few commercial breaks, and then we'll head to East Lansing, and then from there we'll have Bryce Sack on the interview with Mr. David Kuhl. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50 plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area. Start your self-care at 360 Wellness Spa, a locally owned business that specializes in laser hair removal, skin resurfacing, hair regrowth, and medical massage therapy. Learn more at 360wellnessgr.com. Book now and mention Michigan Sports Radio to receive a 30% discount as we support high school sports. Your 3-point shot to well-being starts at 360 Wellness Spa.
need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
A record-shattering performance on the cross-country course in the UP, and a near miss at a record 4 straight individual golf titles. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. A perfect weekend of weather for the MHSAA's Lower Peninsula Girls Golf Finals, and there were some standout performances to recap. In Division I, Northville cruised to its 5th team title in the last 8 years. The Mustangs finished 44 shots clear of second-place Caledonia. Okemos senior Elena Lee brought home medalist honors. In Division II, Farmington Hills Mercy won its 3rd straight title. Dexter was second. Dexter was led by junior Avery Manning, who shot a tourney-best 141 to capture medalist honors. In Division III, Grand Rapids Catholic Central repeats as team champions. The Cougars easily outpaced second-place Detroit Country Day. Lillian O'Grady of Grand Rapids Christian finished atop the individual leaderboard. And in Division IV, Kalamazoo Christian won its first ever girls golf championship. Traverse City St. Francis senior Grace Slocum earned medalist honors. Mia Melendez of Ann Arbor Green Hills was trying to become the first Lower Peninsula golfer to win 4 straight individual titles, but finishes 3rd after 3 straight state championships. For more on a great final weekend on the course, please check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. Fowler running back Ford Phillips, 8 of his 14 carries were for touchdowns, and he ran for a total of 310 yards in a win over Langsburg. Frankenmuth Logan Diener, he scored the game-winning touchdown in a victory over Freeland. The win gives the Eagles 66 straight conference wins and a 13th straight Tri-Valley Conference title. And to Jackson Bagwell of Climax Scots, his touchdown run with a minute left propelled the Panthers over Mendon 46-44 in 8-player action.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We've got a volleyball question for you today. At the moment of the serve, which statement is not true? All players, including the libero, should be in the correct serving order. All players, including the libero, are not required to be in the correct serving order. No player other than the server may have any part of the body touching the floor outside of the boundary lines. All players except the server shall be within the team's playing court and boundary lines. If you said, all players including the libero are not required to be in the correct serving order, you are correct. At the moment of the serve, all players must be in the correct serving order, and only the server can be outside of the playing court and boundary lines.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. In the Upper Peninsula, the UP Cross Country Finals were held in Munising. On the girls' side, Ewan Trout Creek won its first ever title in Division III. In Division II, Hancock won for the 4th straight time, and Marquette won in Division I for the 3rd straight year. On the boys' side, Engadine won its very first cross-country championship in Division III. Painesdale Jeffers won a 4th straight title in Division II, and Marquette won a 6th straight team title in Division I. But the story of the day belonged to Sault Ste. Marie's Gabe Litzner. The junior turned in a UP Finals all-class division record, running the course in just under 15 minutes, 15 seconds, shattering the previous record by 35 seconds. That helped his team to a second-place finish in Division I. For more on all of the cross-country action north of the bridge, check out MHSAA.com. We'll have coverage of all 4 divisions of the tennis championships next week. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near you by visiting myjhfamilystores.com. There's one in your neighborhood.
Sporting U is committed to excellence through integrity, quality, and exceptional service. We specialize in custom apparel, precision screen printing, embroidery, and tailored websites that bring your brand to life. Our focus is on your vision, ensuring it's executed flawlessly. Partner with a team that values your success as much as you do. Sporting U, branding your success. Visit us at sporting.u.com to start your project today.
Alrighty, welcome back to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. We are delighted to be joined by the great David Kuhl, South Christian's athletic director. David, great to have you on this beautiful night here at the beautiful stadium. So we talked before about a lot of different things I think we can touch on tonight. It's been an action-packed fall season, and I just want to hammer through some of these things because I know that the fans and those listening at home want to hear some updates here. So just to kick things off, recapping the tennis and golf state finals. The tennis team that we talked about early on unexpectedly ends up being a juggernaut.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, Bryce. Great to be here. Thanks for all your work this year, too. Keep up the great work. But, yeah, it was a great fall, and hopefully we can end strong with a couple other teams still going. But, yeah, tennis team specifically just kept it going all year. An undefeated conference season, so OK Gold champions. Which was phenomenal for Coach Flash and the boys, and then carried that on to a regional where competed against East Grand Rapids, Grand Rapids Christian, some notorious tennis powerhouses, and we won the regional, which was incredible. So first regional title since 2017 for us. So very, very proud of them, and then had some momentum going into state where we finished 5th overall. In boys tennis, and had a flight that made it through to the semis, so made it to day 2, which is a great accomplishment. And just had a great year, phenomenal year altogether. And then girls golf, like you said, had another great season. Coach Cook has it really rolling with 5 straight trips to the state finals, and just kind of a new roster this year, so we didn't really know how they would be. Graduated a lot of seniors, but just kept churning them. And they were also OK Gold Conference champions, which is no small feat, and then advanced the state finals by finishing 2nd at their regional, and then they finished 5th in the state as well in their Division III state championship meet, and played well, and we're graduating 3 key ones there, but hopefully we'll come back with another solid year. So all in all, a great season for both boys tennis and girls golf. Really, real proud of the coaches and athletes. Awesome.
That's really cool. I almost got to share a little bit of that experience last week because we had our game that was a home game, and Todd Skrovenboer is normally on the camera, and his boy was playing at 8 a.m., and he's texting me. He's like, I don't think he's probably going to win. So hopefully he's not listening. Sorry, Ike. He said, I don't know if I'll be able to make it back, or if they do win.
Yep.
And then sure enough, they get the win and move on and have a great, unforgettable day, I'm sure.
So fun, yep.
So, all right, so then tomorrow, cross-country regionals. that you guys are hosting.
Yeah. So third straight year hosting the Division II regional. So it's a big undertaking. Takes a lot of hands, a lot of people to help. So really grateful for that. But we're real excited about it. 15 boys teams and 15 girls teams from pretty much across the Lansing area. Some from down south, a little bit from up north too. We all converge on south, and we host it obviously. And then the boys run at 9, the girls run at 9:30. For those of you that don't know much about cross country, the top 3 teams qualify out of that, and then there can be some individual qualifiers in there too. So we're hopeful. Our girls have had a really good season. They've won the OK Gold Conference in girls cross country. Boys finished second. The girls have an outside shot to qualify tomorrow if they run well. And the boys, it would be a little bit of an upset if they qualified, but you never know. We're on a home course advantage. We'll see what happens, but Coach Vanderkoy and the teams have had a great season too.
That's fantastic. So then here tonight, I think something we've talked about in the booth, and we've talked about the last couple games here. The football playoff possibilities, the scoring system. Can you, and I guess even breaking down volleyball as well, finishing up their regular season too. But yeah, what can you tell us about those two sports and kind of what's to be expected?
Yeah, well, I think this is a big one here tonight. Hopefully we can rally, obviously, in the second half, down by 2 scores here, but we get the ball. Hopefully something good can happen. But I think win or lose, we still have a pretty decent shot to get in. If we win, obviously we're in. I think everybody knows that. But those of you that, follow Snooze to You or Goose Poop, all the lovely people out there that are pretty spot on. I did a bunch of qualifications earlier today. If so-and-so wins, if so-and-so loses, blah, blah, blah. I simulated 10 different times of different outcomes, and we were in 6 of the 10, even with a loss. So if you're taking that in consideration, 60-40, we're in with a loss, right? Maybe that'll happen, but obviously the easiest way is to win. But even if we lose, you go in 4-5, doesn't mean you're not in. The selection shows at 4:30 on Sunday night, and we're going to be holding our breath to see what happens. Volleyball finishes up their regular season next week, and then they jump into district playoffs on the week of November 5th at Lakewood. And we're capable of making a run, a good team. Coach Vanderschaft's doing a great job, and we'll see what happens. Some high-quality volleyball has been played this year.
That's fantastic. Those maybe aren't familiar with Snooze to You and Goose Poop, thinking, what in the world are these guys
We lost them,
about?
Bryce. We lost them.
Oh, my goodness. All right, and then before I let you go here, I do want to touch on the basketball programs, both the boys and girls respectively. Obviously, both teams and excited. There's a lot of excitement going into the season.
No question, yeah. We have some very, very solid returners coming back in both hoops programs with some great coaches. Coach Johnson and Coach Brown do a great job. But, yeah, some veterans coming back. I think we're excited about that. The boys' side especially will be led by about 7 seniors. So it'll be a year for, hopefully something good can happen. You never look ahead, but you got 7 seniors now. The time's now. Let's go. And anytime you got a kid like Carson, I mean, that's, we got to take advantage of that. So coaches have a good team out there for us. And then the girls, they've had a group of freshmen that are now juniors that are coming up. So they feel like they've been around a long time, which they have, but they're still pretty young, with some seniors mixed into a very nice nucleus for Coach Brown to work with. And I would say the sky's the limit for both teams, just depending on how they gel, the chemistry, staying healthy, all those things. I think we're hopeful for very solid seasons for both basketball programs, and just overall great kids and great coaches. So wins and losses matter, but just be good stewards, be good Christians, be good people, and let the rest take care of themselves. If we take care of those things, I think they'll do a good job and they'll win a lot of games.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, well, David, thank you so much. All season as always. As you mentioned, we're looking forward to doing this again next week.
Love it.
Hopefully we can get those scenarios in play, and more than that, hopefully the South Christian Sailors can rally back in this one. So thank you so much, as always. Folks, we'll be back after this here at Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Welcome back to Michigan Sports Radio. We're at Memorial Field at East Grand Rapids. Halftime here, the Catholic Central Cougars 20, South Christian Sailors 10. Great interview with Bryce Sack and David Kuhl. We'll bring Bryce in, and we're getting close to second half. Bryce, 20-10. Look at first half stats. A lot of even stats. First downs, 10 for CC, 9 for SC. Rushing yards, Catholic Central has the advantage, 109-47. With passing yards, as we expected, Catholic Central 93, South Christian 125. One turnover, an interception, Catholic Central late in the half. Penalties, Catholic Central 3 for 38. South Christian being very disciplined, 1 for 5. So it's what we expected, Bryce.
It is. It really is. It's been a great game thus far, and if you see Catholic Central's defense answer the bell, answer the call when needed, especially at that last drive before they ended the first half, keeping Sailors scoreless on that drive and preventing a one-possession game. So really been impressed with the Catholic Central defense, and then just to stay on Catholic Central, Kamel Hilliard has been amazing thus far in this game. Just running the ball, just making things happen. And so we're really excited to see what South Christian comes out and does, as they're going to get the ball to kick off this second half.
Yeah, correct. And that, the Sailors won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and this is why you defer, so that you can get the ball in the second half as we get ready for second half play here at Memorial Field on the shores of Reeds Lake, even though we can't really see Reeds Lake much anymore. We can see a few mansions lit up across the way.
But when the sun was out, though, you could see it. You could see the trees, still some leaves on the trees. It's picturesque. Talking about Hilliard, too, just now, 100 yards in that first half. 1 touchdown.
And, Bryce, you made a very good comment. He's had to work for him. It's not 100 easy yards, that he's had. So
he's going to be the one that they're going to have to stop the second half. See what Andrew Burgess and the South Christian defense comes out with.
It's all about halftime adjustments, and then it's about making those adjustments, and hopefully the players can execute on the field. And we'll find out as Connor Nielsen gets ready to put his foot in the ball. I'm guessing this is not going to go very deep, as neither one of the kickoffs has, and it's just a short one again to the far side, and it's picked up. And, it's a great kickoff because they're only getting about less than 5 yards on a kick return. That was by number 10. That was Daniel Egler.
First and 10, Sailors on the 31.
Bryce, when we got an opportunity, we got to talk about that the Orange and Maroon Blood Bowl coming up.
Yes.
So but we need some time to talk about that.
Are you a Knight or a Dutchman? Is that what this Dutch, right?
I think they're a Dutchman, but
yes.
I think I got to go with a Knight.
All right.
All right, here we go. Second half. Carson Vess. Isaac Osterhaven to his right. And he takes the snap, and he throws it across the way, and it is complete. Across the pass away, and that's to Kenyon. Just positive yardage. Give him 7 on the play, 2nd and 3 now for the Sailors.
That's what we've seen a lot of this first half, and after that ball was completed and the whistle was blown, you saw the Catholic Central coaching staff yelling at the defensive backs. So it looked like maybe they were expected to pounce on that, as that's what we've seen a lot in this first half. Those short hitch routes on the outside.
Carson in the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking. Now he's going to turn. He's going to still looking. Now he's throwing. Gets it across over here to Brinks. And Tyler will pick up the first down. Nice vision by Carson to find Tyler getting open on this side. Brought down on the play by number 11, Joe Meyer. But 1st and 10, South Christian. They're at their own 49-yard line.
I think that's a play they've been trying to hit this a couple times in that first half, trying to get Brinks open along the sidelines. That's where Carson Viss and Tyler Brinks do a lot of pitching and catching, and they were able to capitalize there. First down, Sailors.
Isaac Osterhaven to Carson's right. He'll hand it off to Isaac. Isaac going around left-hand side, getting some positive yardage. A nice hole Picks up about 7 on the play.
South really and maybe it was situational football where they didn't look to the run game a lot in that first half. Maybe they've not seen a ton of success as those linebackers have played really well for Catholic Central. Good to see them go back to that early in the second half, trying to get these tailbacks the ball.
Give Isaac 6, 2nd and 4 now for South Christian. Van Solkema in the backfield with Carson Viss. Gives it to Van Solkema. He goes up, and he'll get stopped short of the line to gain. He'll bring 3rd and 3 for South Christian. Brought down on the play by Angelo Loria for the Cougars.
Loria, and too, I also saw Derek Weiss in on the tackle. First time called his name today, but he's been playing all over this field. I've already seen 3 down linemen. I've seen 5 down linemen. I've seen 4 in tight. Same theme from earlier in this game. Catholic Central's defense making it confusing, giving different looks for Carson Viss.
Big 3rd down play here for South. Carson in the shotgun. He's going to fake it. Now he looks like he's going to throw it. Throws it. Almost picked off and tipped up, but boy, Carson had a lot of heat, almost too much heat on that. Don't you think, Bryce?
I think so. A little bit too much heat. Also, great play breaking up that pass and stepping into that lane.
That was Dylan Daniels.
Dylan Daniels, yeah, he read that the whole way. Really nice play stepping up.
So we'll see what Coach Brown wants to do here. He's, of course, going to have Carson out there. I think they're going to go for it. 3rd and 3, or 3rd and 2. This is, like you said, Bryce, Coach Brown says, hey, Carson, you get the ball and you go get a first down. And we got a flag on the play. It's going to be offsides. Wow, what a big play by penalty against Catholic Central. Coach Colster is wanting to know what it was, but if you're lined up outside, you're lined up outside. That's a huge play. 1st and 10 for the Sailors. They're going to be at the Catholic Central 38-yard line.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that might be Catholic Central's first penalty of this game.
They've had 3 for 38.
Check that, yeah. 3 penalties. Tim jumped on that quick.
Yes, he did.
He said no. So 3 penalties, but felt like a disciplined game.
Carson over here throws and incomplete. No flag there. Good defense. 2nd and 10 now for the Sailors.
Looked like some miscommunication as Chuck DeHaan appeared to be run blocking or blocking downfield, and that ball was intended for him. So Viss, DeHaan conversing now, trying to get on the right page. As that was feels like a bit of miscommunication.
2nd and 10 now for the Sailors. They're at the Cougar 38-yard line. Carson Viss in the backfield. He's got Cajun Van Solkema with him. Snap, looking quickly over the sideline. There's a false start. Looks like somebody might have moved a little bit too early on the side, so it'll be the 2nd penalty of the evening for the Sailors.
Felt like a long cadence, didn't it, from Carson Viss? Felt like he was, trying to read something, and Bryce Kenyon got a little antsy on the outside.
You know, if there's a student at South Christian that's in a statistic class, he could sit at a football game and count how many times Carson Viss claps and do a pretty good book report or a pretty good report on it. 2nd and 15 now for the Sailors. Carson hands off to Van Solkema, going up, eludes one tackle, then Rafe Goosen brings him down, but Van Solkema with a positive gain of about 8 yards, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for South Christian.
Dean Armock, that linebacker, maybe that safety position you were talking about where they move guys all over the place, stepped up into the lane nicely, and it was a really shifty breaking of the tackle there by Cash Van Solkema. Set up a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Isaac Osterhaven to Carson's right. Two men out to the left. Singles over here. Brinks to the right. Fakes it. Now he's looking. He's on the run, being chased. Now he's going to throw it. Gets it complete to Tyler Brinks for a first down. I tell you what, Tyler Brinks did a great job of coming back to the ball. 14-yard pass play for a first down to make it 1st and 10. South Christian, they're at the Cougar 20-yard line.
Eric, you called that. They were looking for that play-action post route. It's a play they run all season long, and Catholic Central had it defended, and Viss flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, and Tyler Brinks adjusts with him, just like they've been doing all season long. Nice pass play for South Christian.
Carson will hand it off to Van Sokema. It goes up the middle, and he gets nothing on the play. Amir Pratt, Derek Weiss, Dean Armock in on the tackles. You know, when you have a quarterback like Carson, we got a personal foul, face mask on the Cougars. So I didn't see that, but yeah, it is. It's going to be a first down and half the distance to the goal. So that's another big play. 2 big penalties for Catholic Central here in the start of the second half. What I was saying, Bryce, is that, you know, when you have a quarterback like Carson that can extend the play for so long, your receivers are learned and trained to, you know, move and still move and come back to the ball, and he'll find you.
No doubt about it. I'm sure they've done drills all season where it puts Viss in scrambling situations and the receivers got to get open.
It's 1st and goal from the 10. Carson's going to take it himself going up the middle. He might get about a yard on the play, if any. Brought down by Andrew Killeen for the Cougars.
Amir Pratt, the defensive lineman, that nose guard, created that pile that really took away the lane for Carson Viss. So nice play there by the senior, or check that, junior. Sorry, Amir Pratt Jr. Nice play by him.
He had a 1 on the play. 2nd and 9. Van Sokema checks in. Going to have trip receivers to the left. Single over here to the right. Van Sokema in the backfield. Carson takes the snap. He's going to now try to run it himself, and he gets from behind. He throws it to the end zone, and it's looked like it's going to be picked off by Catholic Central in the end zone. Making the play on that was number 13 for the Cougars. That is Dylan Daniels. What a heck of a play, stepping in front of the receiver, Bryce.
That should have been a touchdown just from the heroics of Carson Viss to try to make something happen. He had Bryce Kenyon open on that sideline, but as you mentioned there, Dylan Daniels comes up and just snatches the ball out of midair. Really nice play by the defensive back to completely flip this game.
Yeah, that was a big turnover for the Cougars because Sailors are going to get points out of this regardless, whether it's going to be field goal or the way they're moving the ball. They had a pretty good chance of getting 6, but we'll see how this plays out here for this third quarter. 7:22 to go in the third. Odin Spencer in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Kamal going around the right-hand side. Kamal gets an opening. Positive yardage, gets about 6 on the play. Brought down on the play by the Sailors by Wenicky. 2nd and 4 now for the Cougars.
Looks like Catholic Central going back to what's working. Looking to see if South Christian's going to make that adjustment, but run it over that pulling guard, and Hilliard picks up big yards. A gain of 6.
Ball's at the 26-yard line. Spencer shotgun. Hands off to Kamal. Kamal going around the right-hand side. This time it was snuffed out by the Sailors. No gain on the play. Good tackle on the play by a pair of Sailors in Noah Klump and Chuck DeHaan. Might give them 1 now, 3rd and 3. Cougars quickly up over the ball. Odin Spencer is going to be under the center, and he's going to try to sneak it. I'm not sure what still on the run. Now Odin Spencer using his legs and his power. He popped out of that pile, Bryce, and got the first down.
He did. He turned in his feet. But I think that's confidence right there by this Catholic Central offense to say that it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
We're going to run a QB sneak and trust that our center and guards and quarterback are going to get the job done. And sure enough, they did.
So move the chains. 1st and 10 Cougars. They're going to be at their own 35-yard line. We're under 6 minutes to go in the third. Spencer hands off to Kamal. Kamal goes up the middle, and this time he'll get about 3 on the play. Tackled by Winicky, and also on the tackle for the Sailors is Veltman. 3 yards, 2nd and 7 now for CC. Both teams are fighting for playoff opportunities here.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit the halftime show.
Here's Kamal going around the right-hand side, and he gets still on his feet, but he gets knocked down. He'll gain a yard on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Kid runs hard. I mean, the kid gets hit once. He's likely going to break that first tackle, so you have to make sure you are sending defenders to bring down Hilliard because he runs hard. We're going to see a QB sneak?
Well, I don't think so.
3rd and 6.
Even Tim Chenoweth says no. I think Phil Clockey says no, but 3rd and 6 for the Cougars. Line of gain is right at the 45-yard line. Spencer is in the shotgun with Kamal. And he'll hand it off to Kamal going around the right-hand side. He is not going to get it. Good defense by South Christian to thwart this offensive attack. So, again, Catholic Central will go into like they're in shotgun formation. And I'll bet the house that they're going to punt the ball here.
And that was Chuck DeHaan coming up in that linebacker position. He started the season off at safety, and then they brought him up and shot out like a cannon, reading that one perfectly.
Spencer in the shotgun, takes the snap, puts the kick up, no one back, and it's going to bounce into the 20, and it's going to keep on rolling to the 15, now down to the 14, and to the 13, so it was a pretty efficient kick. Well, Bryce, now it's time to talk about this. Do you bleed orange or maroon? The Hope College and Calvin University blood battle is the biggest battle off the field. In partnership with Versiti Blood Center of Michigan, the school the most blood donations win. First ever battle is happening now, ending on November 6th with a big on-campus blood drive at each school. We'll get into how you can support that once we get another break as the Sailors are up on the line getting ready for their offensive set. Osterhaven next to Viss. Gives it to Isaac. Isaac going around the right-hand side, turns the corner, gets some positive yardage. Angela Loria first met him, but Isaac gets probably 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 now for South Christian.
Danny Brown, and Zach Blackwire are really looking to their tailbacks to start off the second half. A lot of runs up the middle. They must see something there that they didn't see in that first half.
3:15 to go in the third quarter. Isaac Osterhaven to Carson's right. He drops back, looking to pass. Now he's going to turn and run. Now he does throw it, gets it to Tyler. Tyler will pick up the first down, and he gets driven out of bounds by Jamie Williams, but Brinks picks up the first down. 1st and 10. South Christian, they're going to be at their own 28-yard line.
Well, that was a really nice first down conversion for the South Christian Sailors. I think if you're Catholic Central, you say, hey, we'll give that to you. You guys have been down in the red zone or close to it 3 times this game and came up with 0 points. And so it's going to be interesting cat and mouse game of chess here.
It really is. It really is. And, you know, South Christian has taken what Catholic Central will give them for those kind of those short down and out passes. 2:55 to go in the third. There's a snap that goes over the head, but Carson's able to pick it up, and he throws it. Got to complete. What a play. Gets it over to number 7 for a completion, Bryce Kenyon. I don't know if that was the design play, but that's a 16-yard pickup.
That's poise and control by Carson Viss. High snap, fields it with one hand, and then sees wherewithal to see Bryce Kenyon streaking down the seam. Nice pitch and catch.
16-yard pickup, 1st and 10. Sailors, they're at their own 44-yard line. Carson in the shotgun, Isaac to his right. He'll hand off to Isaac. Isaac getting some yardage, got some good blocking from the lineman, and he'll pick up the first down. Nice hard run by Isaac Hosterhaven.
That was a really nice read there and a really good play call. I don't know if that was a check by Carson. I didn't see if he made an audible call there, but Catholic Central was slow to get that left side defensive end down, and South Christian took advantage of that. Nice scamper by Van Solkema.
1st and 10. That was Osterhaven. 1st and 10 at the 46. Osterhaven to Carson's left now. Carson drops back, looking, slings it over. He's got a man open and gets it complete. Finding a seam down to the 30-yard line. That was complete to Kenyon. Kenyon on a little down and in and just found the seam and, success.
Yeah, well put. He put that on a rope, hit Kenyon right down that seam, right down those hash marks. Big first down. Feels like Carson Fisk is starting to get a little bit more momentum, getting in his groove.
Yeah, it feels like he's got a rhythm going on here in the second half. Unbeknownst to that one bad pass. It wasn't a bad pass. It was a great play. Van Solkema to Carson's right. We'll hand it off to Van Solkema going up the middle. Dean Armock initially brought him down. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 now. Also on the tackle was Rafe Goosen for the Cougars.
It's been a really well-balanced drive thus far. South Christian gets the ball back. Kick it off with a run up the middle, pass along the sidelines, attacking the seams, back up the middle. Nice play calls here by Zach Blackwire.
32 seconds left. This could be the last play of the quarter unless it's incomplete pass or out of bounds or a penalty. Carson with Isaac next to him. Rolling right, throwing down. He gets it complete to DeHaan. Touchdown, South Christian. 26-yard touchdown pass with 12 seconds left. Boy, what a strike that was, Bryce.
Yeah, speaking of Bryce Kenyon finding that open soft spot in the zone. Carson Fisk rolls out, gets a nice block to slow down that edge defender. Let him get outside the pocket and delivered it on a rope. Rolling to his right there. So what a response for South Christian. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2 here. That's interesting. I think Saul would kick it to make it a 3-point game, but Sailors are going to go for 2. Isaac Hosterhaven is in the backfield. You got trips to the right. You think it's going to be some type of crossing pattern in the end zone. Maybe get Brinks in the corner. And there it is, looking, throwing, and it is complete to Tyler Brinks for a 2-point conversion. That makes it 20-18 with 12 seconds left.
That was just trusting your guy. Carson Fisk hitting his senior pal, waiting for him to get open in the end zone, and just kind of sitting there as that zone opens up. Delivers a dart. South Christian within 2. Interesting play call to go for 2 there.
That is interesting, but, that's why we wear headsets, and Coach Brown also has a headset on, but different headsets. So, hey, let's get back to that blood in orange. A couple ways where you can donate. You can, number 1, make an appointment to donate blood at your local Vercetti Donor Center and tell them whether you bleed orange or maroon by entering the promo code Knights or Dutchman in the online appointment notes. Or you can donate on November 6th blood drive at your school. Blood donors at these drives will receive a special commemorative Blood Battle t-shirt while supplies last. So 12 seconds left. We're coming up to a heck of a fourth quarter, guys.
This is everything we expected, right?
Absolutely.
This is how these two teams have faced. Although I was looking at the record today, and Catholic Central's got the last 3 recent games. So South Christian looking to break a streak, crosstown rival.
Yeah, they were longtime conference foes, and now they went their separate ways in the conference. So we'll see if hopefully the two schools can keep on scheduling each other, because this is a heck of a game. Here's a kick by Saul, and is taken by Cam Maley, and he's going to go up the middle, and he gets brought down by number 34 on a great tackle for South Christian. That is Isaac Osterhaven running the ball and tackling with 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Nice control there by Osterhaven to not grab that face mask. That arm got a little high around the neck, but kept his hands off the mask, and nice tackle.
Ball's going to be at the 23-yard line. So here comes this chess match to see, can the Cougars respond to what the Sailors just did, as we're going to be coming into the fourth quarter here after this play. Odin Spencer with Kamal Hilliard. Spencer's going to roll right. He's looking, and it gets tipped, and it gets picked. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage and picked off by number 15, Brody Schultz, for an interception, a key interception as the third quarter runs out. What a great momentum swing this could be for the Sailors. We'll step aside. We'll be back for fourth quarter action.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Golf 616 is Grand Rapids' newest and most elite indoor golf facility. A place where you can refine your swing, compete in a league, or simply enjoy a round of golf with friends. Golf 616, the perfect place to sharpen your game when you can't get out on the links. Located on West River Drive and 131 in Comstock Park. Find them on Facebook or online at golf616michigan.com.
Start of the fourth quarter after the South Christian interception by a tip pass. Sailors are at the Cougar 35-yard line. Carson Viss going for Brinks one-on-one. He's got Tyler Brinks open, and he's down to about the 4-yard line. What a great play as he got Tyler Brinks one-on-one on the far side, and it gets down first and goal from the 4-yard line for the Sailors.
I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Tyler Brinks versus Jamie Williams. I thought, what are we going to see there? That time, Tyler Brinks got lined up against maybe a shorter Nick Schaub. No disrespect to Nick, but that's a tough matchup against a big wide receiver there. Nice completion.
First and goal. They're marked at the 5. Carson takes the snap, hands off to Isaac. Isaac going around the right-hand side. He'll get a couple yards, still on his feet, but he'll be brought down. They'll mark him down at the 3, so it'll be second and goal from the 3. Angelo Loria, one of the tacklers on the play, as well as Dakari Rainey.
I think just even going back to that interception, we were talking about it off air, he had a receiver open. It was a great play by the defender to tip that ball, and Brody Schultz is able to come up with the pick, and I think you're Catholic Central, you're thinking to yourself, what happened here? Just like that, South Christian's in scoring position.
Second and goal from the 3. Early in the fourth quarter. Van Solkema now in next to Carson. Carson will take it himself. He's looking to go up the middle, and he gets stopped initially by Dakarian Rainey as he grabbed onto him. Wasn't let Carson going to go any further. The ball's going to go down to the 1, though, so it'll be third and goal from the 1.
It's two play calls attacking that defensive front right up the middle. South Christian trying to capitalize with attacks right at those defensive tackles, and Catholic Central's held strong, albeit is 3rd and 1 from, I don't know, Eric, looks like less than a yard.
Now, does Danny Brown try to do the same thing, or does he try to get a little cute and maybe get outside to the edge? He's got trips out to the right. Carson's going to throw it, throws it, and it is complete, and a touchdown to Tyler Brinks. Who else? On a nice little inside route for a South Christian touchdown.
I wouldn't say that was cute, but it definitely wasn't running the ball up the middle. But instead, we see this connection that has really ignited the second half between the seniors Carson Viss and Tyler Brinks. Beautiful ball on that slant route.
Are they going for 2 again?
Yeah, it looks like it.
They're lined up. See if they run the same play. Got trips out to the right. Carson's going to roll right, looking, and it's complete to who else? Tyler Brinks for a 2-point conversion.
Eric, he had 2 guys open, Brinks and DeHaan. He could just pick and choose who he wanted to throw to. Was able to roll the outside out of that pocket. Gave himself a couple extra seconds. Was able to find the open man.
10:13 to go now in the fourth. Grand Rapids South Christian has come back and taken a 26-20 lead here in the fourth quarter. So we're, like you said, we're in for a barn burner of a game. Let's see how Catholic Central can answer, if they can get their feet underneath them and try to gather and try to get some movement made. New for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Trine University. Tune into the game starting at 1 p.m. That'll be on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
That's looking at the stats sheet right now. 32 passes for Carson Viss, 242 yards in this game, 2 touchdowns.
He's got to be one of the probably your leading candidate for the player of the game at this point in time.
Yeah, that's right. The Big O Smokehouse.
The Smokehouse. Does he go on? Is he able to get in and get some smoked fish or something like that for getting that award?
That's a good question for the folks over at Big O's.
The Ulster Havens.
The Ulster Havens. You know what? I think they'll make an exception tonight. If not,
yeah. All right, kicking off for the Sailors is going to be Wyatt Saul. Back is going to be Cam Maley and Kamal Hilliard. They've been keeping the ball away from Hilliard on the kickoffs and getting over to Cam. Now they quickly switch. We'll see if Saul picks that up and now kicks it off to the left. And he doesn't. He'll get it to Kamal. Kamal will pick it up just inside the goal line. He'll come up the middle of the field. He'll bounce out to the left and gets brought down at about the 18-yard line. Good coverage by the Sailors.
I like that move, though. I don't think I've ever seen that where the 2 return men switch, because you know that's where the kick is not going to go, and you put your guy in a position to field it.
Well, Kamal Hilliard has the ability to run the ball back. He's done it probably since the last 2 years. Probably done it 4 times. So they're South Christian's kicking away from them, but they did that switch. We'll see if the Cougars, 10:06 to go. We'll see if they can get some momentum back on their side. Here is Kamal going up the middle, positive yardage. Initially stopped on the play by number 52. That was Cameron Veltman for the Sailors. And DeHaan also on the tackle. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 now for CC.
And if I'm Catholic Central here, I go back to number 9. I mean, that's what's worked the first half. This run game, Spencer also in the run game as well. Go back to what's working. You're down 6, 1-score game. There's no reason to get out of your system.
No, I don't think they're not going to panic or start doing anything different. There is Kamal getting the ball again. He's looking to go up the middle. I tell you what, the South Christian Sailor defense is playing fired up right now, as the initial stopper was number 68. That was Benjamin Buter. Brings up 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 now. Well, you can just see that the Sailor defense got a little pep in their step.
Yeah, it feels like there's a little extra juice on this side of the ball. Big third down.
Yeah, this is a big third down play. Plenty of time left. We're not in 4-down territory by any means. Odin Spencer, here comes some pressure. Odin looking. He's going to get brought down as just great coverage by South Christian on the back end that Spencer's not able to get a pass off.
They were trying to set up that screen pass to Goosen, and Caleb Winicky fished that one out right from the jump, was all over Goosen, and Spencer had to just hold on the ball for a little too long and can't throw it away on a screen pass because he's got linemen downfield, so you have to take the sack.
So here's going to be the kick by Spencer, and it's a good kick, and calling for a fair catch is Bryce Kenyon. And so the Sailors will have great field position. They'll be at the Cougar 46-yard line to start their next possession. And I tell you what, another touchdown could almost ice the game away at this point.
Yeah, 8:16 to go in this game. A lot of game left, but South Christian getting excellent field position on the 46-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, Cougars really need to get a defensive stop in order to have a chance of trying to come back and win this game. Osterhaven gets it, and he gets driving forward. Isaac Osterhaven still driving forward, getting positive yardage. Give him 4 on the play. I tell you what, I like the running backs of Osterhaven and Kamala Hilliard. They get contact and they keep on moving forward.
Yeah, well said. That's Osterhaven keeping those legs churning and burning. What will look to be no gain ends up being a gain of 4.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. 7:45 to go in the game.
It's not South Christian style to really slow things down, but I'll be curious to see what they do at this point of the field with the clock moving.
Carson in the shotgun, Isaac to his right. Carson looking to pass, throwing it, gets it complete to Brinks. That'll be enough for the first down. Just Tyler just little peel in and finds a little opening and sits down and gets the first down. 1st and 10 Sailors. They're going to be at the Cougar 35-yard line.
Just take what the defense gives you if you're South Christian right now. Don't force anything. No bad penalties. Refrain from making any mistakes, and you got the momentum.
You know, Bryce, we're no math experts, but maybe you can now see why Coach Brown went for 2 points in those last 2 conversions, because now even if they kick a field goal, it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Carson looking over, takes a snap, hands it to Isaac. Isaac finds a little opening, and he'll get brought down. He'll pick up probably 1 on the play. Rafe Goosen, Angelo Loria in on the tackle for the Cougars.
Also Rainey to carry and made a nice play on that tackle on that stop, not letting Osterhaven bounce that ball outside.
Give them 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 now for the Sailors. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here in the ball game. Van Sokoma now in. Carson will drop back to pass. He's going to turn and run, and he'll get dropped down by Rafe Goosen, short of the line to gain. He'll bring up probably 3rd and 3 now for South Christian.
That was one of those where you wonder, is that a design draw the whole way, or is that one where Carson makes his reads and then decides to take it because he doesn't like what he sees? But definitely puts the Sailors in a much better 3rd down position.
Yeah, if he did make his reads, he did it very quickly.
Have some clock issues.
It's not running, is it? Fist throwing. He's going to get dropped. Ball's on the ground and the fumble, and coming away with it is Rafe Goosen as he comes away with the ball. They're talking it over. And it is. Catholic Central gets a turnover. They get a fumble. as Carson had some pressure and got the ball knocked off, and Rafe Goosen was able to pounce on it, so it'll be 1st and 10. Catholic Central, they're going to be on 36-yard line, 5:08 to go.
Looks like Danny Brown's pleading that maybe his quarterback was down. Tough to tell. We don't have video replay.
No, we don't have video replay, and whichever call that was going to be made, you knew the other coach was going to plead for it to get reversed, and it's not going to get reversed. So this could be the drive of the game for the Cougars with just over 5 minutes to go. Odin Spencer. Hands off to Kamal, going around the left-hand side, eludes one runner, gets by another one, still on his feet up to the 50-yard line. There is a flag on the play, so it looks like it could be a holding, and this could be coming back. And it is a holding on Catholic Central.
Boy, I tell you, before that flag, you're right, that's holding. Before that flag, what a momentum shift. Because that's the 6th penalty.
Yeah.
For Catholic Central.
Oh, that's a bad time penalty, too. They just had a really positive gain. It's a 10-yard spot foul, so it'll be first. Looks about 16 now for the Cougars. 5 minutes exactly to go in the game. Both teams have all their timeouts left. Spencer fakes to Hilliard. He's brought back looking to pass. Throws, gets it blocked. This time almost re-intercepted, but it goes down for an incomplete pass, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, I'd like to see Catholic Central roll Spencer out a little bit to buy him some time, get him away from the big paws of South Christian and see if he can create something over there. If not, take off and run. But good defense by the Sailors.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's freeing up your quarterback to get a little extra space is huge. That last interception for South Christian did come off a roll out, but that was one where it was just a really good play by the defender. And there they were looking for Jamie Williams?
Jamison Williams.
Jamie Williams.
Jamie
Williams. All right, I'm thinking of the Lions wide receiver.
Spencer fakes it. Pressure. Looking. Now he's running. Now he's going to throw, and that gets blocked, and that gets knocked down.
I don't know, Eric. I think they got knocked back to 1st and long, but 2 pass plays when the running game is having success. It's just, I don't know.
Well, they were behind the chains.
Yeah.
So, I think that's why they had it. You had that first great run, but then it got brought back because of a hold, and he had 1st and 17. So, yeah, maybe Coach Colster's trying to, get some yardage there. Now you have to pass. You don't have a 17-yard run play, I don't think, in your playbook. Empty backfield by the Cougars. Spencer looks, got time, throws it down. He's going for Jamie Williams, and just underthrown, incomplete. Great coverage over there on the far side by South Christian's Carson Viss. Who else?
2 things on that play, Eric. One, Tyler Brinks lined up, pinned his ears back, and he said, all right, I got to get the quarterback. He had enough pressure up the middle that forced the quarterback to roll a little bit outside and just underthrow that ball because that wide receiver was open. And that ball was just a tad underthrown to where Carson Viss could get some fingertips on it.
4th down, 4th and 17. This is going to be a punting situation. And Odin gets a foot into it. It'll bounce at the 40, and it'll get down at the 32-yard line where the Sailors will have it with 4:34 to go. Bryce, you talk about how they're really not a slow-down offense. I'm going to guess they're going to run some play clock here.
I think you're absolutely right. Look to chew a bit of clock here. But like you said, Catholic Central's got 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts.
And I almost think if you're South Christian, don't try to change what's been working either. So, yeah, it's a tough, again, that's that chess game.
It is a chess game. You're going to have this and Isaac Osterhaven in the backfield. My guess is the Sailors are going to try to keep it on the ground to either make Cougars use a timeout or take some time off the clock. And Carson's going to take it himself, going up the middle. Still on his feet. Still, he's being carried by his whole offensive line, and it's going to be carried to a 1st down. What a great play by the offensive line. He was literally, Carson was up in the air, and they were like literally carrying him down the field for a first down, 1st and 10, South Christian. They're at their own 45-yard line. 4:15 clock ticking.
I think he might have got hit at the 38 and was carried to the 45 with those offensive linemen. That lit up the sideline here and the fan base and the bleachers right in front of us.
Stay with us. At the end of the game, we'll have our post game, which is presented by Bice Electric for tonight's game. 3:52 now on the clock. And Carson's going to throw it. He's looking, and it's complete. Almost good defense, but great catch over there on the side to Chuck DeHaan on a little slant in for another first down. And South Christian's about ready to salt this game away as we're at 3:35 in ticking.
Well, that was great coverage by Keith Jandernoa on that receiver. But, yeah, Carson Viss put that one on a laser right at that number 8 on Chuck DeHaan's chest to convert that first down.
But Carson Viss letting the clock tick. Isaac Osterhaven to his right. He'll hand it off to Isaac. Isaac going up the middle, and again, Isaac driving forward and gaining positive yardage. He gets about 4 on the play. We got a timeout by Coach Colster. We'll step aside for a quick one. We'll be right back.
Groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
All right, we're back. That was Coach Colster's first time out. 3 minutes to go exactly. The Cougars are battling here, trying to get a defensive stop. Sailors have it 2nd and 6 from the Catholic Central 40. Fists in the shotgun. Hands off to Osterhaven, going up the middle. Gets a couple of yards. Still on his feet, and then finally gets dropped down, and Coach Colster's going to call another timeout. This will bring up 3rd and 3 now for South Christian.
So Tim Chenoweth does so many great things, and it'd be too much to ask him to do time of possession. So we forgive him for that. But I think one thing of noting here is the time of possession in the second half. Feels like this is a game where South Christian's offense has been on the field a lot, which means Catholic Central's defense has also been on the field. In this last drive, I think we're seeing a little bit of fatigue as the offensive line for the Sailors is getting an incredible push the last 3 to 4 running plays.
And do you think, Bryce, that has the ability for the Sailor running backs as an Osterhaven and Viss to be able to keep that yardage, keep their feet, get carried, moving because of maybe the get tired on the Catholic Central defensive side?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. So at the timeout, gut check time for the Cougars here. You're going to need to get a stop.
Yeah, this is a big play because Coach Colster has already called a second timeout, and you're at 2:52 to go. If the Sailors are able to get this first down, I don't know the math on it, but it might be close to victory formation. They might have to get one more. Here's Viss in the shotgun. Osterhaven with him. Viss is going to take it himself. He's going up the middle, and he will get the first down. Carson Viss diving. Oh, wait a minute. We'll see where the they're saying 4th down. They're saying 4th down. One official on the far side looked like he said first down. their officials where they're marking at, they're going to be short.
Wow, that is an interesting spot.
Well, I looked at the far official. He was stopping the clock and waving the first down. So Coach Colster has not called the timeout here. It's 4th and 1. The play clock is going. Now, I believe Coach Brown will call a timeout once this goes all the way down to 0, as the back judge is now counting. So we're going to have a timeout on the field with 2:01 to go. We'll step away real quick for one more break, then we'll be back for the rest 2 minutes.
I thought he did, yeah.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Out of the Coach Brown timeout, 4th and inches. Here is the push-tush by, and Carson Vest gets it. And that's what we talked about during the timeout is how do you get this first down? You put Carson Viss under center, and Bryce, he didn't even need the push-tush. He got it all on his own.
He got it on his own. You were making comments before about how, we're not on the sideline, but, we called that play from up here, and we saw that. We saw the push, and what South Christian did there, too, to get that first down was get to the line quickly, not allow that Cougar defense to get set, and that way you can get to the line, quick snap, get the first down.
So the clock is ticking. I believe they don't have to run a play here. I think they're in victory formation, and that's where they're at. Catholic Central does have one timeout left. Nope, they're not in victory formation. It looked like they were going to line up that way. So Carson's going to take the snap. There's 1:22 to go in the game. He takes it. He's just going to take it himself, and he's going to run up around the right-hand side. Coach Colster will call that timeout. That's their last timeout with 1:10 to go. Coach is hoping for a miracle of some sort. Stay with us at halftime. The postgame presented by Bice Electric. We're going to have Bryce Sack. He'll be doing the postgame halftime program. He's excited about that.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure if Catholic Central would have won the game, the post game might have reverted back to Eric Wells. But you know what, Zach? We're going to give credit and let the South Christian team take it away. And this will ensure you guys getting into the playoffs because you were 29th in playoff points coming in.
Yep.
And if you lost, you would have been 4 and 5. Yep. And that was going to be really put you on the line. But by winning this game, you're not going to go back, and you will be in. That'll ensure you going into the playoff thing. Mm-hmm. Now we're in victory formation. There's a knee.
Yeah, the playoff scenario was an interesting one. David Kuhl was talking about that at halftime, and he said he was running the numbers all morning. And he said if so-and-so team loses and this team wins, he ran 10 models, and he said 6 out of 10 of them meant the Sailors were going to go in the playoffs. And 60%, I don't know if that's going to get you passing through high school, and so I don't think that's what you want as your football program as you're looking in Selection Sunday. And so this win, I think, will obviously do the trick, and now both teams getting ready for the playoffs.
So just a quick note, though, that Selection Sunday is going to be 4:30 Sunday afternoon. It's going to be on the Old Valley Sports. It's on FanDuel Sports Network, and that is going to be the last play of the game. the Catholic Central Cougars will fall in defeat. The South Christian Sailors will come away with a 26-20 victory. Hard-fought game for both teams here at Memorial Field. We would expect no different. And, congratulations to the Sailors and good luck to them on their playoff. Congratulations to the Cougars. Good luck on their playoffs. Sailors will be in Division 4. Catholic Central will be in Division 5. We'll step away for a couple quick commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll have our post-game coverage, which once again will be presented by Bice Electric. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
Sporting U is committed to excellence through integrity, quality, and exceptional service. We specialize in custom apparel, precision screen printing, embroidery, and tailored websites that bring your brand to life. Our focus is on your vision, ensuring it's executed flawlessly. Partner with a team that values your success as much as you do. Sporting U, branding your success. Visit us at sporting.u.com to start your project today.
We're back here, our post-game coverage, which is brought to you by Bice Electric, where we just saw the Catholic Central Cougars get defeated by the South Christian Sailors. Congratulations to the Sailors coming away with a 26-20 victory over Catholic Central. Sailors move to 5-4, and the Catholic Central Cougars fall to 5-4. So our Bice Electric pregame or post-game show. I'm going to turn it over to Bryce. Bryce is going to give a little bit of a scoring recap and has some stats. I'm going to go try to turn a light on for us. So I'll take it away, Bryce.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, it's been an absolutely fantastic game. One of those games, too, where we see both teams shaking hands and then realizing, all right, we're going separate ways. We're not going to see each other again. Best of luck in the playoffs as one goes to Division 4, one goes to Division 5. So, quick scoring summary recap for this action-packed game. Catholic Central got the ball to start this game, but were stopped. South Christian got on the board first with a one-play, 37-yard, a little bit of trickery. Trick pass from Owen Burgess to Chuck DeHaan for a 34-yard touchdown that put the Sailors up 7-0. Catholic Central was quick to answer on a 5-play, 73-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Hilliard with a 39-yard run to put the Cougars in scoring position on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Spencer to Goosen to tie this game up 7-7. Sailors got the ball back and went down the field for a 10-play, 65-yard drive that ended with a field goal. Go up 10-7, but then the Cougars answered again, getting the ball back on a 9-play, 50-yard drive that was capped off by a 1-yard Spencer touchdown run to go up 14-10. That was not over there as Catholic Central got the ball back for a 4-play, 64-yard that took 1:42 seconds. 39-yard touchdown pass from Spencer to Nate. Go up 22-10 in this game, but then South Christian was able to get the last word on the scoreboard as the third quarter kicked things off near the end of the third quarter. Check that. Carson Viss had a 25-yard touchdown strike to Bryce Kenyon. Capped off a 5-play, 88-yard, 3-minute, 32-second drive. 2-point conversion was good. Put the Sailors in within 2 points, 18-20. South Christian with the stop only got the ball back for a game-sealing 4-play, 35-yard drive that was capped off with a 1-yard pass from Carson Viss to Tyler Brinks. 2-point conversion that followed. That came off of a turnover on a Brody Schultz interception. And that was where we find ourselves on the scoreboard. Put the Sailors up 26-20. So an absolutely fantastic game as we finish up some of the stat sheets, or some of the stats here. A great game by Carson Viss. Is 4 weeks of maybe some tougher sledding. We're again facing some really good opponents that are expected to make deep runs in this playoff field. And Carson Viss came tonight and answered and delivered and did what he was supposed to do, as he had 40. He looked great in this game, putting the Sailors in a position to win. Of course, coming up on defense, I think an unsung play from him would have been a pass breakup on a 3rd down that gave the Sailors the ball back, forced Catholic Central to kick. So a really great night of football here. I'm just going to go over some of the stats with you here. South Christian was really able to pull away in the second half. As Eric mentioned at halftime, that game was pretty even when you look at yardage, you look at first downs. This game ended up with 22 South Christian first downs to 11 for Catholic Central. Rushing yards pretty even, but it was the passing game where South Christian was able to pull away 260 yards through the air. And that would have been Carson Viss, who went 27 for 34, 265, 2 touchdowns and a pick. His counterpart, Spencer, going 6 for 12, threw for 93 yards, 1 touchdown, and then 2 interceptions as well. And those interceptions were the difference makers, as those were able to flip the fields. Another interesting stat, too, is just the number of penalties. Catholic Central got hit with the penalty bug a little bit in that second half, finished up with 6 penalties, resulting in 63 penalty yards. And then 3rd down, South Christian was 7 for 12 on 3rd downs.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that Tim Chenoweth pointed out to a great job by Tim providing the stats. Catholic Central didn't score a point in the second half, and that was the demise of the game. And for my opinion, then the key play I thought was Catholic Central had the ball. Kamala Hiller just ripped off a solid run to get up to the 50-yard line, and they got a holding call, and that put them back behind the chains, and they couldn't recover from that. And, it was only a 6-point game at that point in time. So, but give the hats off to the Sailors as, they've lost their last 4 games, and they came in here and, it was just a great back and forth game, what high school football should all be about. And now it's time to, take a break, watch some college football, and see what happens on Selection Sunday. Once again, that'll be at 4:30 p.m. live. It's up. Usually it's at 6 o'clock, but the Pistons are playing that night, so they have to get it done at 4:30, and that will be on FanDuel Sports Network. It's still the same channel as what it would be Bally Sports, whatever your cable provider is, but it's now called FanDuel Sports Network. So that's my take as far as here in the postgame. Anything else you want to add, Bryce, before we sign off here?
Yeah, it's the last thing.
We got to have our player of the game.
Big O Smokehouse
player of the game.
I think it's got to be Carson Viss, 265, a touchdown. It was Hilliard for the first half, and I think that kid played so well tonight. Very impressed with Catholic Central's running back. He looked really, really good. It was a difference maker in this first half. But then Carson Viss was able to shine, and I think Carson Viss, I know Carson Viss is tonight's Big O Smokehouse player of the game.
Yeah, awesome, and well-deserved and everything like that. Bryce, you want to take a quick opportunity to give a shout-out to all your South Christian sponsors, advertisers that help you make these broadcasts possible?
Absolutely. All the sponsors, they talk about Big O's, talk about Bob's Collision, and all the other ones. Just thank you to West Michigan Wellness Group, Iced Electric, Sobe Company, all the great sponsors that make this broadcast possible. So, if you're home listening, go check them all out. Support our sponsors. They support us, and they make this all possible.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's going to do it here from the shores of Reeds Lake at Memorial Field. We want to thank our cameraman, Phil Clockey, who did a great job. We want to thank Spot On Stats, Tim Chenoweth, who does it always, a great job. Bryce, I've enjoyed calling this game with you. It's a lot of fun, and it's been a pleasure. My name is Eric Wells. He is Bryce Sack. And, Bryce, we'll let you send off the broadcast based on the South Christian victory.
Well, I appreciate it, Eric, and we appreciate you stepping in here tonight and doing an incredible job. Again, this is a legend of the game, guy who's done this dance many a time, and he's great at it, and so it's an absolute treat to work with you tonight. And, special shout-out to the South Christian football team, losing 4 in a row after winning 4 in a row, needing this win, and coming out and getting the job done on a beautiful evening against a really good opponent. So now, again, we find ourselves, both teams, heading to the playoffs. This is where it gets fun.
Yes, absolutely. And the nice thing is for both teams, you don't have to face each other.
Exactly.
I'm not saying your competition's going to get any worse because it won't, but you don't have to face each other. And let's hope these two teams continue to play, even though they're not in the same conference. Let's hope they continue to play year in and year out because it's a great competition for both schools. So. All right, guys, that'll do it here for Memorial Field. We'll say so long and have a great weekend, everybody.